And insulation. If you need a new furnace, get Carrier Cool Cash rebates and 0% financing so you'll be nice and cozy as the weather turns. For a free estimate on a new heating system, visit aircomfortservice.com.
Annie Fry, Ryan Wiggins, Brad Ray.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
For goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk.
Oh, happy Friday. We're going to ask an Epstein poll today. We just decided to do it. Hope you had a great week, a great Veterans Day week, and the weekend is upon us. A Tuesday off, if you were fortunate enough to be able to recognize and celebrate veterans by having the day off on Tuesday. A Tuesday off kind of makes the week feel a little bit weird. Doesn't really feel like Friday, but I'm very happy that it's here. I hope you are as well. The YouTube poll for today: what is your reaction to the latest Democrat effort to tie President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein? I'm getting some crap on the YouTube chat already for the way I worded the question, and I will say that I wrestled with how to word this question. Your options are Trump is innocent, Trump is guilty, or you're still unsure. I thought that in the way that I worded the question, your reaction to the latest Democrat effort to tie President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein, I thought that in asking the question that way, but really throwing a wide net regarding the options that you have, that I'd cover everybody.
I agree. I'm reading the question and thinking, well, even if you think it's a leading question, the options are not at all.
No, I thought I wanted there to be something for everybody. But I guess I am not batting 1,000. That's okay. It is what it is. Deal with it. Just figure out how you fit in this poll and cast your ballot and tell us what you think. You can also go to the YouTube Live, which is where we always have the poll, and you can leave comments. Just like those who are leaving comments right now are just kind of weighing in on this one particularly. We're going to play a lot of clips that I have from the media today that I'm not going to use to influence you. I just want, it's more the clips of what I have is how the media is reacting to this specific installation of what the Democrats are trying to do. Like just immediately after the government shutdown that the Democrats own. You remember that one? Immediately after that happens, all of a sudden it's Epstein. And it's crazy that it took until this time, this moment. And it's also crazy that they had these documents ready to go, that they were, as soon as the government reopened, because they needed that 218th signature from that newly sworn in Arizona representative in order to release these files. They knew exactly the lane that they were going down. So let's listen in here a little bit to what the media is saying in reaction to this revelation.
What we see today is a bunch of innuendo. It's hearsay. There isn't any direct backup for any allegation because there aren't any allegations other than Trump may have been in a house where there are some girls. Right. Okay. So you have the lady in question, and I feel very bad for Miss Jeffrey's family. He committed suicide. What a horrible thing. The whole thing is just awful. And that's right on Epstein. You have her saying under oath, Trump didn't do anything, and you have Maxwell. But here's the most important person you have, not under oath. Dershowitz. Dershowitz was Epstein's lawyer, and lawyer-client confidentiality ends with death. Dershowitz went on television today, said, I have all of the Epstein stuff, and there isn't anything. And I asked Epstein directly, while I was representing him, whether Donald Trump was involved in any kind of untoward activity. And Epstein said no.
So here you have a panel. This is just a really weird juxtaposition of people when you say Bill O'Reilly being featured on a panel with Stephen A. Smith and Chris Cuomo. It's a good thing Andrew Cuomo came back and ran for mayor because I could never remember which Cuomo was which.
Well, he took care of that for you.
That's right. That's really the best thing that came out of that
That's why
race.
you voted for Mamdani.
I'm Illinois. I voted twice. Vote twice for the socialists. That's like they were going to be the land of Lincoln, but then they scrapped that and they said vote twice for the socialists.
Sent that in the mail.
Alan Dershowitz is being mentioned here, and Alan Dershowitz, being Epstein's lawyer, has repeatedly said, I've seen all the things. There's nothing on Trump here. And also, as we talked about yesterday, Virginia Giuffre's under oath sworn testimony when pressed upon, she is a victim of Jeffrey Epstein's, when pressed on Trump, said he didn't do anything wrong. Here's more from that.
So now you have the three principal players in this case all saying the same thing. Yet the press is so irresponsible, so corrupt, so hateful, they will not even mention that. It's death by innuendo. That is what they are aiming for.
So when you listen to Bill O'Reilly talking about this, you could call it a setup. I don't know if people on the left, I think people on the left are pretty pumped about the Epstein stuff just based on what I've seen, but they need, remember, I always talk about it, they need the hit. Like somebody who is addicted to something, you got to have another hit. And the hateful Trump rhetoric, the things that they've made successfully swirl around him, but they don't ever really touch him. This is another opportunity, and they need every opportunity that they can get. Now, that was the Bill O'Reilly portion of that conversation. And, that's kind of measured. I think Bill O'Reilly and Stephen A. Smith are a really fun panel because they are very different people. I would say their political lean is obviously one's to the left and one's to the right. Stephen A. Smith talks about being asked to be the Democrat nominee for president this next go-around. But he's hypercritical of the Democrat Party. He's hypercritical of some of the policies that they've championed. He's hypercritical of the Democratic Party's methods. Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. I mean, he's been out there saying, kind of like a Fetterman kind of way, like, I got two eyes and two ears. I know what I see. I know what I hear. Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. Do people say pee, or do we just say that on this show?
Say urinate.
Oh, okay.
Should be proper.
This is more for brevity.
This is broadcast
We're in a
media.
hurry. We're in a big hurry here, so just pee. It's as fast as I can get to the point. So you got Bill O'Reilly, who's like Mr. Measured. Always. He doesn't usually get really worked up, even though he's talking about big things. Enter Stephen A. Smith.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind that the Epstein files were in existence and free to have been opened during the Biden administration. You were there for 4 years. How come you didn't open it as a Democratic Party then?
He was blinking there.
That was a long
that
pause.
That pause was not my pause. He was blinking.
What am I missing? I'm not saying I know. It's a legitimate question. Maybe I don't remember the answer. Maybe my extraordinary producers should be able to help me during the commercial break. But from my understanding, the same files that were open or being open now with the 220 pages of documents or whatever it is, with various emails, that could have been done when Biden was in office. Well, why didn't you do it? If it's so important now.
He's blinking.
What were the Democrats doing at that particular moment in time? See? This is the kind of stuff that smells. Because my attitude is just deducing how much they despise Trump is if there was some real bona fide dirt on him, since you went after him with the 34 felony convictions, which essentially was deduced to him paying hush money to Stormy Daniels, a porn star, just so she wouldn't reveal their happenings with one another leading up to the election in 2016. Okay? If you had something like that you were willing to parade him through the streets with, of course, if you had something on him about Epstein, you'd have let it go earlier to make sure he didn't become the 47th president. That's just my thinking from a logical perspective. But what do I know?
The funny thing is, I'm just a little inside baseball here. Our internet has sucked in this building here lately. So when Stephen A. Smith is looking dead eye into the camera and pausing Not necessarily for effect, but that guy doesn't use his ums and uhs, and it is effective when it comes to communication. I'm like, ooh, are we buffering? Nope. He's loading.
Unless we
Loading
were,
for bear.
If we were not talking, that was just his pause.
Yeah, I didn't pause that unless I was speaking in the middle of it, and I spoke in the middle of those pauses. But I mean, like, yes, Stephen A. Smith. Yes. We'll get to more reaction throughout the course of the show, including your reaction. So hit us up with your comments and tell us what you feel about the whole Epstein-Trump thing. I know that there are folks out there right now who think that Donald Trump is guilty of sin, but you've been thinking that for 10 years. So is that changed? We should discuss this. I'm thinking about maybe taking phone calls on this issue, but I don't know. Like, I am confined by the FCC, and I don't know where these phone calls would go. Should I take phone calls?
Yeah, you should. And then Brad's just got to be ready.
I think we get one dump.
Yeah, and then we'd have to stop because the time wouldn't work anymore.
The phone calls. The phone's shut down.
Yeah.
Should we take them next?
Yeah.
On the question?
I mean, we're talking about it. Let's just do it.
Oh, man. That's a lot of work on a Friday.
We're here now, though.
Yeah, but it's me. I'm the one who has to do the work. I'm the one who has to talk to the people who are going to call me right now and tell me why Donald Trump is guilty of sin. All right, fine. I'll do it. Phone calls on the YouTube live chat poll. What is your reaction to the latest Democrat effort to tie President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein? Your thoughts, 314-241-9797. 314-241-9797. Let's roll. I'm ready. And if I'm not ready, I'll just tap Ryan Wiggins in and he'll tell jokes.
Yeah. I got a whole set list ready for Friday.
You got an Epstein list? Yeah.
Oh, wait. Wait. Not without congressional approval.
Is that Ryan Wiggins' name I see? Oh, no, that's just his jokes. I got you. 314-241-9797 if you want to join us and comment. We'll try to breeze through as many as we can, so probably not a lot of long-form conversations. We'll try to get to your phone call. Dial us up. Ethan's taking those phone calls right now. 314-241-9797. 314-241-9797. Give us a call. Weigh in. Do you think Trump is innocent, Trump is guilty, or still unsure? We'll be right back.
I got you to hold my hand. I got you to understand. I got you to walk with me.
Home Shield, FoundationRepairs.com. Beautiful day outside, so maybe your basement's not leaking right now, but it might when the rain gets back here, when the moisture sets in and you got to fret once again. Put that behind you. Call Home Shield Foundation Repair at 314-227-9636. Call 314-227-9636. Matt Hayes, he's a really fun and great guy, but the important part is that he's really great at understanding foundation structures and how to repair them so that you don't have the worst case scenario, which is you put it off, and that water does what water does. It seeks and destroys. When it finds a crack, it's going to go in there. It's going to make the problem worse. The longer you put it off, the worse it's going to get. And you know when things get worse, they get more expensive. Call Home Shield Foundation Repair. Tell him Annie sent you. And start that conversation right now. He'll come out, give you a free estimate on your repairs that you might need. Maybe it's not as bad as you thought it was. 314-227-9636. Call 314-227-9636. Online at HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com.
The Diamond Shop, making St. Louis sparkle for over 100 years, offers a wide selection of engagement and wedding rings, fine jewelry, and watches to suit your style and budget. Visit us at 12 North Central Avenue or schedule a virtual appointment at thediamondshop.net.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you are facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. 600 Kelwood, St. Louis.
License number E2014A.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Lights flickering?
Grasser can fix it.
Breaker keeps tripping?
That's a Grasser job.
Outlet not working?
Grasser makes it right.
Old wiring need a rewire?
Grasser rewires with care.
From little fixes to major fixes.
Even the tricky ones.
We treat your home like our own.
Treat? Did you say treat? Woof.
Green is always Grasser at GrasserHomeservices.com.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at progressive.com.
Smart talk, strong values. This is the Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk.
Bring it.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. So we're talking a little bit about Jeffrey Epstein and the files that have been released, really like manufactured by the Democrats in a way. They have the files. There have been a lot of files that have been released. I think yesterday Mike Johnson said 50,000 files had been released already by the oversight, the people who are doing the investigations. They've been interviewing people, continuing to send out subpoenas and to interview people. So it's not as though the Republicans are hiding things. The Democrats, it was Tim, Representative Tim Burchett, who, as soon as they got that 218th signature in, Tim Burchett, congressman, said that he was like, let's release him to the floor. And the Democrats actually objected to that. They said they didn't want to go directly into that. Well, why is that? So we want your phone calls here. We're going to ask you this question. It's the YouTube live chat poll. What is your reaction to the latest Democrat effort to tie President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein? On YouTube, you can tell us your three responses are Trump is innocent, Trump is guilty, or still unsure. We've got votes coming in right now, and interesting to see what the results are at this point in time. So let's take some of your phone calls. I'll try to breeze through these, so I'll give you about a minute or so to make your point. And I always say that, and then one call ends up going long. Let's start with Don, 314-241-9797 if you'd like to join us. Don, thanks for calling the show. What's your reaction? Turn the radio down to the background if you don't mind. What's your reaction to the latest Democrat effort to tie President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein?
I believe it's the last big Hail Mary. They won't release it because I think there's a lot more liberals on that list that are associated with it, and the despicable acts that are attached to it. And I believe that Bill Clinton may be associated with Epstein professionally, but I do not believe he was engaged in any of those despicable acts. It's just the last Hail Mary, and I want to see Bill Clinton. But I do believe the list needs to be released.
Yeah, the list needs to be released. Don, thank you for listening. Thank you for calling the show. I appreciate it. It's funny how there's like a big Bill Clinton appears on the surface, from what we know, Ryan, to have a more close, maybe social relationship with Jeffrey Epstein than Donald Trump did. That Donald Trump seems to be very associated with business, but that's how a lot of these things would, of course, start, business and power and that type of thing. But I guess it just matters to the Democrats because Donald Trump is big orange Satan.
You see a lot of things online and you go, well, is this true or not? You sort of have to dig into it. And one of the things I saw yesterday a lot was about Trump being on the plane and the island and all that. Well, they have the flight logs, so I'm not sure that's a matter of debate. They have all of that, and you can't, I mean, unless you're talking about a big conspiracy, you can't you fake the flight logs, especially this far down the line, maybe at the time. But that has been out in. I
don't know if you would have to be on the plane though to be guilty of nefarious behavior.
That's the other thing
with Jeffrey Epstein. I don't think that the flight logs. If you're clear of the flight logs, I don't think you're in the clear. If you're on the flight logs, you're not automatically guilty. There's more context to the flight log information.
Right. People talk about the island a lot though, and that's a way to see.
Yeah, it definitely is important information. Diane calling us on the Annie Fry Show. What do you feel? What's your reaction to the latest Democrat effort to tie President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein?
I think it's a big joke. I think if the Democrats had anything that they could prove on Donald Trump, it would have been out years and years ago. Also, I think if they could have fabricated anything and got by with it, it would have been out there too. And I also understand that the courts limited some of the stuff that could be exposed to the public. Am I correct on that?
Well, the courts don't want to expose and put into harm's way victims or people who are associated with the victims. They want to protect those individuals. So I think that type of information has been withheld.
Okay. So like I said, the Democrats have hated Donald Trump way before 2016, I think, and they would have done anything to get that out. a long time ago if it was true. So I don't believe a word of it.
Diane, thanks for the phone call. I appreciate it. I don't know that the Democrats hated Donald Trump way before 2016 because Donald Trump used to be a Democrat. They kind of liked him then. And, a lot of the inappropriate behavior would have been happening when he was a Democrat.
They really liked him during the primary, too, because they thought, oh, this guy's super beatable.
Yeah. 314-241-9797 if you want to give us a call. 314-241-9797. Daniel, thanks for calling the Annie Fry Show. Your thoughts on the latest Democrat effort to tie President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein?
So as far as I've seen, like with what I've heard, like on the news and stuff, I'm still not sure. And I think that all this is just kind of a cudgel that they're going to use to try to gain seats in the midterms. And then, God forbid, if they get control of like the House or something, it's going to be nothing but investigations from here till the end of time. And I think that's what's basically going to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I'm reserving my judgment, but I'm not afraid to, turn against people that, yes, I like their policy, but if we find out that they're terrible, then of course they're terrible.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Facts are facts, right, Daniel?
Exactly. Yeah.
Amen to that. Well, thanks for listening to the show, Daniel. It's good to talk to you. 314-241-9797. You can text us as well if you want to. Ryan's got those text messages up on his screen. 314-241-9797. We'll take a few more phone calls on this in just a minute. Let's get to the comments in the YouTube chat right now. Mike said, our poll results might seem biased, but it's a smokescreen to block the responsibility of the Democrats shutting down the government. In my mind, like this trove of Epstein file information is behind the glass in case of emergency break glass, but that in case of emergency break glass location is inside of the last in case of emergency break glass. Like it's an infinite tunnel. It's like a mirror room where it just goes on forever. And there's always another thing where like, we can try this. What if we try that? The old spaghetti on the wall to see what sticks thing. And I'm not really feeling right now like the Democrats are effectively using this to shift minds. I think that the people who like to be inflamed over the thought of something that Donald Trump did and every day that they get a piece of information that makes them feel like the thing that they thought was true, not that they necessarily knew was true, but they've always thought it was true over and over and over again. Something like this pops up and then you go, oh, well, I knew it. And then you realize, okay, well, this information that you've just been provided here, it's a little soft. It's not overwhelmingly convincing. For instance, the emails that have been released are emails of two people back and forth, which would be Maxwell and Epstein, correct? Back and forth talking about, or no, it was Maxwell. It was Epstein and Wolf.
Michael Wolf.
The air quotes journalist / author who is like serves as a consultant to try to politically smear people based on information that is out there. One of the things that people were throwing out there was that they spent Thanksgiving together while he was the president. And there is a lot of documentation that shows every minute of where Donald Trump was on Thanksgiving. And he was like at a soup kitchen, handing out turkey to people, among other things. They might have been in the same area at the same time. They might have cross paths, but they didn't like sit down and cozy up and like carve the turkey together. I gotta get used to this. NBC Now, whatever. MS Now, Ms. Now, had a panel of not commentators, just people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. And they were being asked questions about Trump, Epstein. And this is what happened. 9 people on this panel.
I do have to ask, and I know, and it's just something that I think we're compelled to at this moment, with the attention on President Trump, with these questions around a pardon. Did anybody see or hear of the president himself doing anything inappropriate as it related to Jeffrey Epstein?
No.
No. They say no. The answer to that poll question on Ms. Now is no. There's no evidence anywhere. And it's not just that there's no evidence proving that he was guilty of something. There is evidence that exonerates him from any wrongdoing. Consistently.
Yeah,
like those stories, the ones that exonerate Trump are consistent from different places. He certainly was in circles that Jeffrey Epstein was in. But the amount of people who have been in the Jeffrey Epstein circles is pretty significant.
Look, this is our job to look into this stuff and find what's true. It's also, though, politically savvy, and it is Democrats' job to make this into as much as they can because they don't really have anything else. They don't need you to really believe that it happened because if they've already got you, they've already got you. What they're looking for here is to just keep the news cycle going enough that you, if you're not paying really close attention to this, you're not listening to a program like this or looking into it yourself, that you just go, yeah, maybe he is. I don't really know enough evidence, but they talk about it enough that maybe he's guilty of something terrible. They just want that middle voter to maybe question it. That's what they're looking for.
Also, let it be known that in no way, shape, or form am I afraid to talk about this issue. Just like Daniel said, the caller Daniel said, if we here on this show find the smoking gun, if that gets reported, I'm not going to explain away somebody who does the egregious things that Jeffrey Epstein does, ever. I have no interest in that. I'm only interested in facts. I'm interested in the future of the country, and at this point, I have no reason to believe that Donald Trump has done anything of this caliber. I have a lifelong resume of Donald Trump being wildly generous with himself and his time. So why in the world would I think, like, this is the default is not to believe that these types of things are true. But here you have Donald Trump. Once again, he's going to be finding, I think, across the board, opportunities to sue people like Jen Psaki.
In supporting what Donald Trump is doing. You're talking about the other predators out there, in addition to Trump. I mean, I'm not saying he is. We don't know all the details about that. I just mean in addition to what we've learned about Epstein and
Let's just rewind the tape there. What did Jen Psaki say?
What Donald Trump is doing. You're talking about the other predators out there, in addition to Trump. I mean, I'm not saying he.
You literally just said the other predators out there in addition to Trump.
Whoops.
Give me a break, Jen Psaki.
We don't know all the details about that. I just mean in addition to what we've learned about Epstein and others, there's other predators out there. There are, and we have to remind.
I guarantee you, I've done this before where I've said something stupid on the air because it just comes out wrong or whatever. I've never really accused somebody of being a predator when I didn't have evidence to suggest that they were, especially the leader of the free world. But when Jen Psaki says this, I guarantee you she felt the blood rush out of her face.
In supporting what Donald Trump is doing. You're talking about the other predators out there, in addition to Trump.
I really, really hope that when I visit the Trump Library for the first time that each wing is labeled with the names of the people who built it, brick by brick. And now the Ms. Now wing. This is the Jen Psaki corner.
This is the George Stephanopoulos wing of the library.
Mm-hmm. And now here, BBC.
Here's a comment from the text line. It says, complete and utter baloney sausage. Dems will keep beating every dead horse they can find over and over again to keep the POTUS name affiliated with negativity and continue to attempt to make him look bad with those that are not intelligent enough to look into learn the truth themselves.
And, you know, if the Jen Psaki's of the world, that's why there are people out there who are continually hanging on. Like what she's saying there, I hate the left's frequent use of the term dog whistle because I don't know. I don't really know if the left could intentionally dog whistle because they scream a lot. Like the idea of the dog whistle is the old wink and the nod. You know what I'm talking about. And nope, the left, they scream it. They put it in song. They do everything they can to get your attention in all of the possible ways. But I think we're going to see more of this. This is from CNN. And I want to articulate for our radio listeners right now the CNN script that this anchor here is about to read. She's absolutely reading it. She's looking down. She's been handed something to say on the CNN airwaves, and she's verbatim here. She is going to explain exactly what CNN needs to have out there because they know that Donald Trump's lawyers are salivating. The drool is falling out of their mouths.
That mentioned the president. And we do want to be clear, the president, Trump, did not receive or send any of the messages, which largely predated his time as president. He's not been accused of any criminal wrongdoing in connection with Epstein or Maxwell. The White House...
So let's get that statement out there. Let's make that part of the record. All I do as somebody who's studying all of this is I just look and see, are they reporting or are they spinning? And if they're spinning, we're winning. It's really the bottom line. The facts will speak for themselves. And right now, it's more bologna sausage that has been shoved out here. If I were Trump, I wouldn't like that I was even this closely associated with such a perv, a terrible, decrepit cretin of a person. I would be regretful that this was even intertwined as much as it was. But if he were guilty the way the Democrats wanted him to be guilty, that would have been long, long ago revealed.
And you wouldn't have to read disclaimers. What it's showing with those two clips you just played, they show that the libel and slander lawsuits worked to get the actual fact out there based on anything. I mean, it could be any other story of the day, but you have to report the facts at some point amidst your spin now.
Yeah. CNN says, we want to be clear. Oh, I bet you do. We want to not be sued. Let us know in your own words in the YouTube live chat. Go vote in the poll. We got 107 votes on there. Let's pump that up and get a good cross-section of what's St. Louis thinking on a Friday afternoon about the Trump-Epstein stuff. We're not afraid of it. Are you? I don't think you are. Let us know what you think and leave your comments there. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Gotta get jiggy with it. That's it. Now, honey, come ride. DKNY, all up in my eye. You got a Prada bag with a lot of stuff in it. Give it to your friend, let's spin. Everybody looking at me, glancing at the kid. Wishing they was dancing a jig here with this.
The Retirement Advisory Group online at retirementkey.com. 314-993-9494. That's the number to call to connect with Thomas Helbig and with Bob and Tammy Kershaw. These are such wonderful, kind people, excited, like on fire to help you plan your retirement. You're right there. You're on the cusp, and you can see it. You can taste retirement. It's so close. You've worked your tail off for it. You've saved, and now you're thinking, gosh, can I do this? The market's been really, really hot right now, but what happens if something changes? What happens if if we engage in another market correction? Is your retirement going to be safe? You're going to lose years of time that you thought you'd be traveling, maybe fishing, hunting, knitting. I'm trying to think of other things that you do in retirement. How about just doing nothing? Bowling. Yeah. Join a bowling team. 314-993-9494. Have that worry for retirement. Bowl to your heart's content and connect with the Retirement Advisory Group online at retirementkey.com.
Sometimes it seems all lawmakers do is tax and spend. That's why Missouri voters passed the Hancock Amendment in 1980 to place a limit on what the government can do with your money. But the Hancock Amendment is outdated. It hasn't provided a taxpayer refund since 1999 and probably won't without reform. That's why Missouri needs a taxpayer Bill of Rights. Colorado has one, and taxpayers there have received more than $8 billion in refunds. It's simple. There should be limits on government spending and refunds when there's a surplus in the state budget. A taxpayer Bill of Rights constitutional amendment would help limit the growth of government. Missouri's budget has nearly doubled in the past 5 years, yet the state lags far behind states like Colorado in economic growth. The Hancock Amendment was supposed to protect taxpayers. Now it's time for an update and a taxpayer Bill of Rights. After all, it's your money. Learn more at showmeinstitute.org. The Show Me Minute has been brought to you by Show Me Institute and Show Me Opportunity.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Demetri Martin, comedian, coming to town November 20th. If you'd like to go to the show, now is the time to call 314-241-9797. 314-241-9797. We are going to give a pair of tickets to see Demetri Martin to the 8th caller. So call right now, 314-241-9797. 8th caller wins for that show on November 20th. And also, by the way, we have one more pair of tickets. So even if you don't get this one, come back about 2:30, maybe a little after 2:30, and we will give you another chance to win those tickets. It is 12:38 right now. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
JerryKelly.com. Midwest Made. 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Give me your attention, baby. I gotta tell you a little something about yourself. You're wonderful, flawless, ooh, you a sexy lady. But you walk around here like you wanna be someone else. Ooh, I know that you don't know it, but you're fine, so fine. Fine, so fine. Ooh, oh, girl, I'm gonna show you when you're mine, oh, mine. Mine, oh, mine. Treasure, that is what you are.
We made a very strong argument. These were extraordinary circumstances, but the American
And it quit playing. Remember when I was talking about the internet
We
buffering?
made a
There it
very
is.
strong argument. These were extraordinary circumstances, but the American people got it. That by shutting the government down, we were able to focus on and get everybody else focused on the unaffordability of health care across this country. In my own district, we had Lisa come in and testify in a hearing that we had last week here, Democrats working. Her health care for her and her 19-year-old son will quadruple. She said, effectively, I am going to have only catastrophic health care because of the high deductible and co-pays and the extraordinary cost of these premiums.
So you got the congresswoman from Pennsylvania saying the quiet part pretty loudly there. What was it that she said there at the beginning that we all want to? This is a Democrat, Madeline Dean, saying
these were extraordinary circumstances, but the American people got it. That by shutting the government down, we were able to focus on and get everybody else focused on the unaffordability of health care.
by shutting down the government, we were able to. End scene. I mean, that's the checkmate right there. I mean, that's a Democrat saying what everybody else has been saying this whole time, what the Republicans were saying this whole time. Like Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, coming out going, just open the freaking government and we can talk about that thing that you want to have done. Open up the government. Just vote yes, Democrats in the Senate. And eventually they did, and Chuck Schumer lost that one in an epic failure. But when you have a Congresswoman, Dean, from Pennsylvania, who's a Democrat, coming out and saying, because we shut down the government, she uses the word we, because we shut down the government, we were able to start this conversation. Boy, you're going to have to work harder on selling that to the American people.
Yeah. Also, you just lost your spot on a committee, Congressman, because you didn't toe the company line very well.
Yeah, that's looking a little rough.
She also highlighted that healthcare costs have gotten extremely expensive under Obamacare. I don't think that's the point she's trying to make, but that is another point that she made, and I don't know that she made that I don't know if that was the point either.
Ugh. It's crazy to see these Democrats just try to say the thing in the camera. They're looking at a camera, they've got a microphone in front of them, and they just think that the context of reality matters not at all, that they have a political point they want to make. And if you're going to be able to find some sort of interview that you're going to be able to do, you could just spin it and everybody will go, okay.
Yeah, you go, I talked to Lucy Jenkins the other day, and she said that
It's always Lucy Jenkins.
she said that her health care is going to go up, and it's like, well, I can't argue with that. Like, of course, you just make up somebody if you want to.
I don't know that the Republicans have effectively won the shutdown. Like, I don't know that the Republicans are like laughing all the way to the political bank because of the shutdown, but the Democrats are in horrendous disarray because the reason why the government is back open is because Democrats said enough of this, Chuck Schumer. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And you see, Chris Murphy, the senator from Connecticut, who always pops up. He reminds me of Agent Coulson, I think it is, from the Avengers series, the Infinity War. I think he dies at some point. But he's like this kind of nondescript character, but super important in the storyline, but he's not really memorable. So every time I see him, I'm like, who's that guy again? Oh, it's Senator Murphy from Connecticut. He's out there saying the Democrats need better leadership, and he's in the Senate talking about Chuck Schumer after they just got it handed to them over what was it, a 45-day shutdown or whatever it ended up being. It's an utter failure is what it was. It's an utter failure for the American people. It's an utter political failure for the Democrat Party. And in the midst of all of it, we're going to have to now go into negotiations so that we don't go through the same gosh darn thing again on January 30th, which I think is 50-50.
I'm not going to say that those are bad odds. I still just in my gut, for whatever reason, think that they're going to have it worked out and it won't be a big news cycle story.
Why is it always about your gut?
Because I have a nice biome there.
Ew.
Because of kombucha.
Oh, do you drink kombucha?
No.
Okay.
But I eat yogurt sometimes.
Yesterday, before the show, Ryan, and he's got this this added sugar diet where he's not eating added sugar most of the time. Sometimes. So you're not microphones.
I'm not doing it a lot anymore.
No, yeah, he's weaning.
Yeah.
But yesterday he was mixing 0 sugar cherry Pepsi with Dr. Pepper.
Regular Dr. Pepper.
Yes. And you're like, the 0 sugar
doesn't taste good. It doesn't taste good, so I got to cut it. Got to add a little bit of the regular so that I trick my brain into thinking, oh, this is all regular.
You still drink the whole Dr. Pepper.
No, I didn't. I drank 3/4 of it, which means that I drank 1/4 less than I would have if I just drank it normal. And I got longer pleasure out of it.
I think that's your next...
Weird way to put it.
I don't really ever want to hear you say that again. I think that your next book should be a self-help diet book for sort of diabetics. It should just be tips and tricks. You do that, I think it'll be a bestseller, and I'll help make. I want 5% of your profits.
The book will be called "Phoning It In: A Diabetic's Guide to a Reasonably Happy Life."
I'm on board if you spell phoning with an F. Let's take a break. The bee or not the bee next in Wiggins America. Ryan said it's a good one today, so stick around as we listen to headlines. They might be real or they might be from the Babylon Bee. We get to decide and cast our ballot, and then, of course, hear some very funny and pithy stories from the Babylon Bee and the things that you really can't believe are actually reality. Next with Wiggins America. Don't go away.
Oh, girl, I'm gonna show you when you're mine.
TheDittamoreGroup.com, 618-531-4652. That's 618-531-4652. 50-plus years of experience you're tapping into for a real estate transaction with experts, folks who know how to get the job done for your best outcome, to give you honesty, and they work with integrity. That's a huge deal. Anytime, there's a lot of great agents out there, but you want to lock in with somebody who people want to work with, who people are excited to hear, oh, you're working with the Dittamore Group? Let's go. That's at 618-531-4652. That's 618-531-4652. They have extensive knowledge of the markets that you're looking to buy and sell in, Missouri and Illinois alike. And they're part of the #1 team in the #1 office, RE/MAX Alliance in the Metro East. If you're buying or selling or even thinking about moving, the Dittamore Group would like to speak to you. Call them at 618-531-4652, a direct line into Tammy, and you can partner up with Tammy Dittamore and her team, Zach, Pat, Abby, and Trisha, thedittamore.com.
Hey, it's Mark Reardon. Join us on Monday, November 24th at Helen Fitzgerald starting at 3 for the official Guns N' Hoses weigh-in. You could win tickets, meet the fighters, and hang out with us. Details at 971talk.com/events.
If you're hosting for the holidays like we are, don't let Thanksgiving spills leave a stain. Mark Cox here. Call Zero Res. Their patented cleaning technology lifts out even the toughest gravy, cranberry sauce, or pumpkin pie disasters without soap or residue, so your home stays cleaner longer. You know, some people are going to hire that deal of the day carpet cleaner, try to save a little money, but trust shouldn't come that easy. Don't do it yourself. Call Zero Res because you know it's safe and effective. Go ahead and get clean. Don't miss this deal. They have a 4.9 rating on Google with over 5,900 reviews. 3 rooms of carpet clean right now starting at $139 with $50 off air duct cleaning. Call 314-474-2020 and ask for the 97.1 special. That's 314-474-2020 or go online anytime at ZeroResSTL.com.
You want to retire soon, but everyone keeps telling you to wait until you're 65. After all, that's the age that you qualify for Medicare and you're close to full retirement age. I'm Marvin Mitchell, president of Compass Retirement Solutions. In my new book, Retire Early, The 9 Critical Decisions When Retiring Before 65, I discuss proper planning to help make early retirement possible. When to take Social Security, what to do with your 401k, health care, how to maximize retirement income, and much more. Get a complimentary copy of Retire Early by calling 1-800-743-8510. That's 1-800-743-8510. Can you retire early? Call 1-800-743-8510 for your copy of Retire Early, The 9 Critical Decisions When Retiring Before 65.
Investments and services offered through Compass Retirement Group, a registered investment advisory in Missouri and Illinois. Compass Retirement Solutions is not affiliated with the U.S. government or any governmental agency.
This is the Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Wiggins! Oh! Wiggins!
The Bee or not the Bee?
A series of stories, some of which are real, some of which are satire from the Babylon Bee. I'll read a headline. Tell me which is which. The first one, scientific algorithm determines most oppressed person in history is Michelle Obama.
This is a toughie.
It's a tough week. I'm telling you right now.
She is having a hard time. She had to be the first lady for 8 years.
Yeah, job
Hair and
nobody
makeup.
wants.
Yeah. I'm going to say a B version of a real story. B?
I'm going to say the B.
It is the B. I thought that was a little harder. I thought somebody might actually say, sounds kind of real. No, it's the B. The algorithm searched infinite points of data and scanned millions of stories of human suffering and determined that definitively Michelle Obama has been oppressed more than any other living human. Quote, it's amazing, really, data scientist Mark Tungsten said. Ms. Obama doesn't seem like the most oppressed person ever, but after analyzing the data, it's clear she is. The algorithm had also determined that Michelle Obama had written more memoirs than there are grains of sand in the universe.
Oh, boy.
Grains of sand in the universe. I like that it's somehow
It's
the
from the
algorithm
other beaches.
knows that.
And
yeah.
the other planets.
On Triton 2, there's about 1 trillion grains of sand. All right, next story. Woman marries AI boyfriend she created.
Oh, that sounds real.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's real, too.
I'm saying it's from California.
It is real, but no, it's from Japan.
That's the second place I was going to go.
In case you were wondering where we currently on the slippery slope scale, a 32-year-old Japanese woman has left behind a real-life fiancé to marry a new boyfriend who she created on ChatGPT. According to Tokyo Weekender, the woman, who goes simply by Kano, said she's the protagonist in a dystopian anime movie. Even has had a real-life ceremony to marry her not-real husband. Kano ended recently a 3-year engagement and began using the AI chatbot to share her emotions and says, at first, I just wanted someone to talk to, she said in the interview, but he was always kind, always listening. Eventually, I realized
always a robot.
I had feelings for him, and now they're married.
This is super weird and dumb, and I don't like any of it, but it's actually probably way more common than we think. And the scariest thing to me is that kids are getting wrapped up in this because kids are using AI, and it's really freaking hard to be a kid. It's always been hard to be a kid. I think it's harder to be a kid with all the technology at their fingertips that is 24/7. There's no disconnecting from anything. You're always plugged in, and if you're not actively participating in being plugged in, you are the only person on the face of the planet who's not talking right now on Snapchat. That's what they think. It's not really true. But I think this is going to become a more common thing for young people. It's super damaging.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing how fast this stuff is happening. We all knew that it would happen fast, and it seemed like, oh, this is still a couple years off. It's here now. People are actively in relationships, at least they think, with AI. Next story. Olympics changed trans policies after watching old Mr. Rogers episode.
B?
Man, I think it's real.
It's the B. As he's disappointed.
They were watching these men participating but they're like, oh, Mr. Rogers, though.
Well, listen to the way the story presents, and you
Okay.
can tell me.
Okay.
As part of their preparations to bring the next Olympic Games to Los Angeles, the committee in Switzerland had been brushing up on American culture, including watching old episodes of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. As a result, Coventry reportedly instructed the LA 28 organizing committee to keep men and women's events completely separate, citing the fact that, per Mr. Rogers, only girls can be mommies and only boys can be the daddies. Quote, "This is totally new information for us," said IOC President Christy Coventry. "I learned recently that boys are boys from the beginning and girls are girls right from the start. Apparently everybody's fancy, everybody's fine, your body's fancy, and so is mine. Who knew?" Dave Ramsey in critical condition after learning of 50-year mortgage.
This is the B, and I saw this, and I'm like, that is sweet. And I didn't read the article because I was thinking, I hope Brian does it.
It's a really good one.
The B.
It's the B. It was sudden shock that he wasn't able to handle, one person close to Ramsey's family said. Just the word mortgage is usually enough to cause adverse effects on Dave. The president pushing for a 50-year mortgage, however, was more than he could bear. Ramsey was rushed to the hospital after suffering what was suspected to have been a major cardiac event from seeing such terrible economic policy. After regaining consciousness, he condemned the president for not following his envelope method.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
Yeah, that's right. You
Darn right.
50-year mortgagers. What's happening?
Also, I apologize.
Did you think it was a different show?
I thought it was Wiggins America. But no, this is the Annie Fry Show.
I just have that in my back pocket to remind you.
We need to just play that randomly. Anytime I talk.
That's kind of what we're doing.
Anytime I say anything. Scientists warn of incoming ice age.
I think that's real. Because we're done with global warming. That didn't work out so hot,
I'm gonna
literally.
I'm going to go B.
No, it is real.
Yeah.
This is a real study published in Communications, Earth, and Environment that was conducted by
We
researchers.
should get a little ice age going on in here.
Darn right. It's hot in here.
I don't believe them at all.
Don't finish the sentence.
Institute of Oceanology of the Chinese Academy of Sciences, working with the University of California, San Diego, determined that, I won't go into all the science, there's another ice age on the way, so everybody get ready.
Does it give us a time frame of when this is going to occur?
No.
So, like, it could be this winter, but maybe in 1,000 years?
It also could be 14 millennia from now.
I think the best way to predict it is to make sure that nobody alive to hear it will be alive to see it. Pretty safe if you do that. Let's take a quick break. More YouTube live chat poll conversation next. Don't go away.
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting more thought into maintaining our health.
We knew the water we drink every day could be filled with contaminants, so
We called Leaf Home Water Solutions.
they came to our home and did a free water test and gave us the analysis right away.
We were shocked at what we saw.
They found heavy metals like iron and copper.
Our own tap water was putting our health at risk, but Leaf Home Water Solutions made it easy to get safer water from every tap and hose. A whole home solution.
They have more than 250 product combinations and designed a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leaf Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
Air Comfort Service online at aircomfortservice.com. Get your heating system checked with the best in the business. Over half a century of making folks just like you very, very comfortable in your comfort zone in your home. Right now, if you call 314-513-0091, you can talk to them about their preferred partner plan. You're going to get regularly scheduled heating and cooling system checks twice a year. Discounts on diagnostic calls and repairs, a discount on new equipment, plus you get priority service. The preferred partner plan from Air Comfort Service starts at only $19 a month. And if you pay monthly, you're going to get your 12th month free. So get ahead of those repairs, the tune-ups you might need to do with the furnace in your house so that it is always warming your house in the cold weather and that your HVAC is always cooling your house in the hot weather. Be in your comfort zone with Air Comfort Service. Call them and tell them Annie said hi at 314-513-0091, 314-513-0091, aircomfortservice.com.
Hey, it's Mark Reardon. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, call my friends Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw with the Retirement Advisory Group. They'll show you how linking to the market is much safer than owning the market for your retirement savings. They're the official financial advisors of my show. Go to retirementkey.com.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at lancedrurylaw.com or call us toll-free at 888-367-6512.
For 100 years, KMOX has been part of St. Louis. Now, Together Credit Union is helping celebrate that legacy. Starting in November, visit any Together Credit Union branch to pick up a KMOX 100th anniversary commemorative ornament for just $5 while supplies last. Each ornament supports Children's Miracle Network of Greater St. Louis. Together Credit Union, honoring 100 years of KMOX, the voice of St. Louis, and Children's Miracle Network of Greater St. Louis, improving the health of all children.
KFTK FM Florissant from the Kaufman Townsley St. Louis's Injury Lawyers Studio. Call 314-500-5000.
That's 314-500-5000.
All on the free Odyssey app.
A commercial driver crackdown hits a roadblock. Lisa Brady, Fox News. An appeals court blocking new rules from the Trump administration intended to limit access to commercial licenses for some immigrants.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy put forward a federal rule to put new requirements on immigrants who have commercial driver's licenses needed to operate semis and buses. But the federal appeals court in D.C. is blocking enforcement, ruling the administration did not follow proper procedure in drafting the rule, nor articulate a satisfactory explanation for how the rule promotes safety.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. The Transportation Secretary announced the new policy after deadly crashes involving drivers accused of being in the U.S. illegally. He has also moved to fine states that fail to enforce language proficiency rules. A federal bankruptcy judge just announcing he will approve Purdue Pharma's latest deal to settle thousands of lawsuits over the opioid epidemic. The deal would require members of the Sackler family to give up ownership of the company, which makes OxyContin. They would also have to contribute up to $7 billion, with some money going to people hurt by opioids. The U.S. Supreme Court rejected a settlement last year, finding it would have improperly protected Sackler family members from future lawsuits. A day after a longtime college football coach was shot in the field house at Laney College in Oakland, California, police say a suspect has been arrested. No other details confirmed yet. John Beam and his players were featured in the Netflix series Last Chance U in the 2020 season.
Beam, who is 66, coached football at Laney for 2 decades before stepping down last year to serve as the school's athletic director. He coached players who won championships at every level, including more than 20 players who went on to the NFL. And 7 who played in the Super Bowl.
Fox's Claudia Cowan. Beam remains in critical condition. America is listening to Fox News.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Picture this, you're on a date, and then bad breath happens. Confidence gone. Here's the truth. Most gums and mints are just bad breath Band-Aids, but not Zellman's Minty Mouth. The functional breath freshener you swallow. Tiny dual-action capsules with mint on the outside, parsley seed oil inside, clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders, even garlic and onions. It's only available online. Go to Zellmans.com, Zelmins, Zellmans.com, code FRESH for 15% off.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation, weather.
Nothing at all feels like winter as we head into the evening. Partly cloudy skies. Temperatures drop into the upper 50s and only 52 for the low. Friday, almost like spring. Partly to mostly sunny. 10 degrees warmer tomorrow. 75 for the high. Friday night, partly cloudy, only going down to 60. Saturday, sunshine and 78. A dry cold front coming through Saturday night. So Sunday is partly sunny and cooler. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
The Annie Fry Show is sponsored by Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation. Air Comfort Service is celebrating 56 years of residential and commercial service, maintenance and installation, and heating and cooling systems. Get in your comfort zone. AirComfortService.com.
Annie Fry, Ryan Wiggins, Brad Ray.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
For goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk.
Welcome back. Happy Friday. It's good to say it's Friday. I hope you're enjoying the beautiful weather here in St. Louis. November is one of those weird months where it can be very cold and very warm in the same week. And right now it says on my computer it's 77 and sunny outside.
Yeah, my computer says temperatures may break a record high today for St. Louis.
All right. I'll take it. I'll take it while we still can. I'm really at the point now where if it's in my mind, it's Christmas. We could talk about that later. But how about snow? If it's going to be cold, it should just snow. But we're not there right now because it's beautiful outside. So if you're out and about taking in lunch, we appreciate you tuning into the Annie Fry Show here on 97.1 FM Talk. We've got an in-studio guest. Excited to welcome back Dan O'Neill. Dan, welcome back. Always good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
And
That's great.
am holding the cutest little book that you have authored. This is your first children's book, correct?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you know, I'm used to working with children, but they used to all make millions of dollars. So this is the first real
I'm used to working with children,
book.
but they do not make millions of dollars. The book is called The Day Avery Rose Lost Her Nose, and it's a cute story that kind of follows the got your nose little idea. So Dan, I want to know a little bit about Avery Rose. Avery Rose is a very personal little girl to you.
Well, yeah, that's my that was my first grandchild, Avery. And she's 9 now. I started writing the book when she was 4 or 5.
Really?
Yeah. And, you know, it's funny. I grew up there were 9 kids in my family and 7 boys.
Wow.
So I was really used to being around boys. And then me and my wife, Mary Pat, have 3 boys. And I just used to being around boys. And then this Daniel, my oldest son, has this little girl. And it was just different. And she's just a really special kid. She's got a great personality. She loves to read. That was a big part of it. I was always reading her books. And I used to noodle around writing phrases that rhyme and just kind of playing off of her name. And it got to the point, and I would put it away for months at a time. And it got to the point where I had a lot of sentences written. And I was like, what are you going to do with this? Yeah. And I finally figured a way out of it, you know. You have to figure your way out when you're in the middle of, because I didn't have any story in mind when I started it.
It's such a cute story. I'm going to show the folks here looking on the YouTube chat, but I'll read it to you. The first 2 pages, the funniest thing about little girls with all those smiles and crazy curls. They have this knack for losing things, dolls and books and jelly beans. And so it goes with Avery Rose, the sweetest girl you'll ever know. Her things just somehow disappear. They vanish somehow in midair. And I love the story you're telling right now about this being like the real first probably head over heels experience that you had with little girls.
Yeah,
and
without a doubt.
So it's interesting. In my family, too, I have a kind of a correlating circumstance. my husband is one of 4 boys. He's a twin to a boy, of course. And my mother-in-law was one of 4. She's the youngest, but she was the only girl. She had 3 older brothers.
Mm-hmm.
My father-in-law has, I think, 5 brothers and an older sister. So the sister was kind of the oldest one. And then there was a bunch of boys. Boys, 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 boys. And then here comes my son, Charlie. And then girl.
Oh, really?
Girl. So
Oh, wow.
3 daughters myself. And my oldest daughter was kind of my in-laws' girl, their first experience, kind of like you're talking about with that little girl thing. What is it? What is that relationship like between grandpa and granddaughter?
Oh, it's great for me. Like I said, it's a new experience, of course, but it's just special, and Avery makes it special. I mean, I've got 8 grandkids now, and I love them all, of course, equally. I love them all for different reasons individually, but just as much, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But, with Avery being the first one, I used to take her to the zoo every once in a while and ride the train.
Yeah.
And you know how when you pass over by where you come in
Uh-huh.
or where people are waiting, some of them will wave or whatever. And she would always start waving, like, before we even got there, and big smile on her. And that's when she was like 3-4 years old.
Yeah.
So, it's definitely special. But I think the story is for all kids. And Annie, you can relate. I mean, kids, when they're little, they do lose everything.
Oh, my gosh. Yes. Yes, that's 100% accurate. So the story is a little narration between the Avery Rose, the day Avery Rose lost her nose, and it's a very heartwarming story. And we're speaking right now with Dan O'Neill. Now, Dan, you are a former columnist, sports writer with the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. You were there for 32 years.
Yep.
You've written some other books, maybe a little bit different than Avery Rose.
Yeah, I was going to say it was 2 or 3 of the best years of my life, really, there at the Post-Dispatch. But,
of all?
Yeah.
We won't make you nail them down specifically. We'll just take your word
really
for
like
it.
1985.
I can sort of narrow it. It wasn't recent. They weren't the most recent years. But, I've done a bunch. I've done, I think, 9 books in total. But 2 of them on the Blues, When the Blues Go Marching In, which is a history of the franchise. And then there's a book called The Best of the Blues, which is profiles of their best players. I did a book called The Magic of the Cardinals in the 1980s, which is the decade of Whitey ball. And, when they used to be good. And... So, I mean, my other books...
There's a moment in time since the 80s, but yes.
A few here and there.
Yeah.
Individual weekends, maybe. But, no, I did and I was on with you guys about a year or so ago with, what's the name of that? Crazy But True St. Louis History, which is kind of a trivia.
Coffee table, kind of a...
That's
a fun
coffee
book.
Table book, yeah.
So, you were kind of explaining, you have a career, a storied career in being a sports writer. You kind of explained already that this book sort of wrote itself over the course of years of just experiences that you're having with your granddaughter. What was it like to take years of little rhymes that you had written down, and then you said you got to work your way to the end of it? What's it like to hold this book, the day Avery Rose lost her nose, in your hand at the end and see the story? It's not just a story about a little girl; it's your granddaughter.
Well, it's great, except I've got 600 of them in my basement that I can hold. Yeah,
you'd like to share them.
So
with
when
people.
you self-publish, it's a little different, and it was all new for me. I mean, I didn't know what the heck I was doing through the whole thing, all the legalities of it and different things you have to do. So it's just really fun, and I do presentations at elementary schools with it, and part of the presentation, I made a PowerPoint program where the book is up on the screen and the pages turn, and I recorded Avery reading the book. Yeah, it's great.
What does she think about it?
Oh, she loves it. I mean, I didn't know this when I was working on it, but Avery loves to write. She writes her own books. She'll show me, this is my new book or my latest story, and it's so that just worked out that way. I mean, I didn't know that, but she always loved to read. And then, she has a sister, Sasha, and two brothers, Matthew and Joseph, or Jack, I'm sorry, Joseph. But they came along sort of after I started writing the book, but they're illustrated also in the book. So
everybody's got a little thing.
yeah, well, that, is like, I needed to do something like that because otherwise it's like, okay, where's my book?
Well, how many grandkids do you have?
I have 8.
Well.
Yeah. I've got a lot of work to do.
You've got a lot of work to do. The book is available the day Avery Rose lost her nose. The book is available at danO'Neill.net. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah.
It's ONEILL. danO'Neill.net. So if you're interested in a very wonderful story here that you can, I just think that there are a lot of grandparents out here that you're going to read this and you're going to feel it through and through. The same experience that you've had, Dan, with your grandchildren. Ryan, you said you had a question?
Well, just about your kids and reading, because what we've gone through with our kids, and now they're a little older, so they're not in the little kid phase anymore. But with them having a lot of books like Avery Rose's book around, we didn't give them a lot of screens, but we did give them a lot of books. We just and we'd read to them sometimes, but we just kind of leave them around and just let them occupy themselves.
Yeah.
And we loved the way that we didn't do it on purpose. That's just kind of what we did. And having books like that around, that's what they were raised on.
Yeah, well, the problem with that is they tear them up, and they're no good anyway.
Yeah,
you
so
got to read them and it's
them.
missing 3 pages or whatever. No, but I think you're right. I think you just got to to kids, you just have to expose them to things and let them sort of make their choices, encourage them along the way, and then you let the chips fall where they will in terms of it's the same with sports or something like that. I mean, we tried to expose our kids to everything. We didn't expect them to play everything, but you just see what sticks, and it's kind of that same way with books.
Well, the book is The Day Avery Rose Lost Her Nose. You can go to danO'Neill.net and scoop this up while he still has them available in his basement to ship to you. You'll love this story. It is heartwarming. And the illustrations, too. Who illustrated this for you?
Well, that's a funny story because the woman who illustrated it, she lives in Germany. Her name's Mattia Anik. I've never even had a conversation with her. It was all done online. There's sites where they're like clearinghouses for illustrators, and I went there. I posted the story, and then like illustrators will say whether they're interested or not, and you look at their portfolios and stuff, and you pick one. But all of the communication between me and Mattia was by email. And I really didn't I let her do whatever she wanted to do.
Yeah.
The only thing I tweaked was like to get the kids right, the hair color,
because they were
what they
specific
were wearing.
kiddos.
Yeah, I sent her photos of the kids that are in the book, my grandkids, and her mom, Avery's mom, Tricia, and she, drew off of that.
Did they know that you were doing this? The whole like when you decided I'm going to turn these writings into a book. Like at what point were they aware that this was maybe going to come to be?
I don't think they were really paying that close of attention. I mean, I may have mentioned it, but her mom knew. Her mom and dad knew I was sort of fiddling around with it.
Yeah.
But I didn't sort of announce. It wasn't something I wanted to announce or make a big deal out of. Just something I was kind of messing around with. The other thing I liked about the story is that, and Ryan, you'll know this, when you read today's children's books, they're mostly about animated toys or talking monsters or talking animals
or something like that.
And that's just a real life circumstance that and about personalities and relationships between a parent and her kids. So
yeah.
I think that's kind of unique.
Yeah, an easy way for a kiddo to see themselves through the story. And I'll tell you what, some of those books, these children's books that I would read to my kiddos when they were younger, oh gosh, by the end I'm like crying in some of them because they're so it's
dark.
Just, well, I don't know. Parenting is just bittersweet. There are so many things that are bittersweet. You're basically raising children to not need you anymore, and every step of independence that they take it fills you with pride, and then a quiet sorrow afterwards. That's just a reality of the situation. It's part of the deal.
Yeah, well, I think I sent you a picture of me and Avery this summer when the book had just come out. And I look at the picture, and like I said, I started writing it when she was 4 or 5 years old, and now she's 9.
Time is a thief.
And yeah, you look at that, and that speaks to your bittersweet thing.
Yeah.
That's the way it is with kids. You know, and it's great they grow up and you love them all the way, but as they keep growing, you wish they were still 4 or 5 or whatever.
Yeah, you
So-
kind of mourn the people who you don't have anymore and celebrate the people who are there. It's tough. But what an amazing gift that Avery has and her family has to see this book, and a gift for you too if you are interested in purchasing this book. Again, go to danO'Neill.net. You will be glad that you did. A great story, beautiful pictures, heartwarming. It's all the right things. So we appreciate you coming and talking to us about it.
Yeah. I should mention I'll be at Christopher's tomorrow.
Okay.
In Kirkwood.
Okay.
From 1 to 3 signing books.
That's great.
And then there's a craft fair at Lindbergh High School
Mhm.
a week from Saturday.
So people can get
So I'll be there too.
autographed copy the day Avery Rose lost her nose. Well, Dan, thank you for coming in. We always
Thanks,
love
Annie.
having you.
That's great to come in. I love the show. So
Thank you.
It's awesome.
Next time you want to come in and talk politics or blues or
Well,
whatever
I
you want
sent
to
you
do.
the picture of Nancy Pelosi sending the book, holding the book. You know, it's amazing the people who have promoted the book. It's incredible.
A great author can tie anything together.
I got
with
one
words.
of Elvis, too.
Yeah, Elvis, Muhammad Ali, quite a few.
Yeah.
The Beatles, they've all backed the book.
Yeah, we haven't run it through the AI filter. I'm pretty sure they're real.
Yeah, I think so.
I would just assume that they are.
DanO'Neill.net. Go get your copy or meet them at Christopher's or the Lindbergh Craft Fair as well. All right, Dan, until next book.
Thanks.
You got 8 more to go, as I understand, with your
Well,
grandchildren.
as soon as I get rid of about 500 more, yes.
Well, the plan starts at Christopher's tomorrow. DanO'Neill.net. Get your copy. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Last dance with Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain. I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again.
Great news, Corel Roofing is going to partner with Sergeant Sparkles to install Christmas lighting on your home this year. Mark Cox here. Who better to get up on your roof to install lights than a roofing company? But wait, there's more. While they're up there, if they see some minor damage or an issue that needs attention, they're going to do that minor repair at no charge to get you through the winter. That provides pretty amazing value to get a small problem fixed at no charge while you get ready for the Christmas season. Now's also a good time for that full roof inspection. If you didn't get around to getting your roof inspected after the storms earlier this year, this is the time to schedule that. Even if the weather's too cold to have the roof replaced, you will be first on the list when warmer weather comes around in early spring. Call Curtis at Corel Roofing. Schedule your Christmas light installation and your roof inspection right now. That's 314-222-9529 or CorelRoofingCo.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
This station is now conducting a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on.
And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Missouri can count on.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy so you could get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at progressive.com.
Michael's Flooring Outlet, 3 locations in the St. Louis area for you to shop this weekend to get some new flooring in your home. How about St. Charles County? If you want to visit the Michael's Flooring Outlet in St. Charles County, they're located at 116 Main Street, right there in Old Town St. Peters at Mid Rivers and Highway 70. Michael's Flooring Outlet is also in West County and Olive Boulevard, just 1 mile off 270 West on Olive. Michael's Flooring Outlet also has a location in Dardine Prairie. If you're looking for top quality, top tier flooring for your home, for your office, for the newly finished basement, the renovation of the kids' bedroom because they're officially out of the house and you're empty nesters, blah, blah, blah. You want to go to Michael's. You're going to get quality. You're going to get value. You're going to get great customer service. If you're looking for the Smart Strand Mohawk Silk line of carpeting, they've got that. They have options for you. That silky softness and superior performance. It's just one visit away. You can learn what you need to know online by visiting igotfloor.com, but you can also, like I said, go in-store and start your shopping experience today. Michael's Flooring Outlet, online at igotfloor.com.
Annie Fry is back because truth doesn't take a break. 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Hold up. Check it out.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Ethan's Kung Fu News.
There's no way that's been used before. No way. That has not been used before.
Yes, it has.
No, it hasn't.
I think it has.
Crouching Tiger, Kung Fu News? What is wrong with you?
I've never heard that.
What goes through your mind?
Oh, don't ask questions you don't want answers to, Ethan.
We can talk off air.
Careful. Careful.
It's a dark place.
Sports. Stop hiding. Stop crouching. Get up there by the microphone.
All right. The Blues are back at it tonight.
Why do you have your eyes closed and you're holding the bridge of your nose?
I'm just trying to get through this.
Why you say that?
Big of a deal. That I'm a what tiger?
Crouching.
Have you ever heard of the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Clearly not.
Obviously.
Yeah, okay.
Moving on. That would sound super random when it is the name of a movie, but if you hadn't heard of the movie,
yeah, I guess so.
It would be like even more. Guys, it is so toasty in here right now. My gosh.
Not as toasty as the Blues are looking right now because they're on a 1-game winning streak.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Looking to make it 2 tonight, baby.
Let's go, Blues.
Phillies coming to town. The Flyers.
Who?
The Phillies?
The Philly Flyers.
The Phillies?
Philly Flyers.
Maybe if the Blues played the Phillies, they'd get a second win.
That would be nice. 7 o'clock.
Bring it
puck
here, Bryce.
drop. Let's see. What do I have? Any information? Is Jordan Binnington in net tonight for the Blues? So we'll see if the Blues can continue to move slowly in the right direction.
Joe's calling you a prima donna on the chat. Just go on.
It's fine. Joe's a little bit salty with me because I didn't like his name
suggested
that he
intro
sent.
for today.
Yeah, I didn't really care for it. I thought it was unimpressive. Annie, your Notre Dame Fighting Irish have a big one this week.
Mm-hmm.
They are on the road facing off against the Pitt Panthers. College game day will be there. And if Notre Dame wins that game...
Are they 10 or 9 right now? I think
they
they're
are
9.
9th in the country right now. If they win that game... I don't see a world where they are not back in the college football playoff, so that is a good sign.
Can't wait to lose the big one.
The Fighting Irish.
If you do see a world, can you start the story by saying,
in a world? That's what happens at the beginning of the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you people. The Illinois
you can make fun of us for being old. We're going to make fun of you for being young.
I would much rather be made fun of for being young. Thank you very much.
All right, we will oblige.
The Illinois Fighting Illini are hosting the Maryland Terrapins.
This is football.
Tomorrow afternoon, 2:30 kickoff on Fox Sports 1. And then the Missouri Tigers, it is their senior day, and they are facing off against Mississippi State.
Are the Missouri Tigers okay? The people who I'm associated with, mostly because I want to hear what they say about Cardinal stuff, they dabble with the little Mizzou football talk. They don't seem like they're okay. Are they upset? Is it?
The expectations
haven't been met?
were much higher, I think, going into the year than they are currently, but they're down to their third-string quarterback because of injuries. So how much
what
can
are you supposed
truly
to do?
Exactly.
That's just, I mean, basically, that sucks.
I think people are frustrated with the situation because this was supposed to be a year that they were making a legit run for the college football playoff.
Did the quarterbacks get injured on the football field?
Yes.
Sorry, that's just the game.
Yeah. So just, tough. It's the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
I watched that movie last night.
Bruce Almighty?
Yes.
Such a good movie.
Watched it last night, so at least I have that.
Can I interject something about Bruce Almighty real quick?
It's your show. You can do what you want.
That sounded like it could have been both respectful and disrespectful. I'm not sure which way that we went.
If Ryan would have said it, it would have been disrespectful.
Yeah, but he would have said it and grumbled. Bruce Almighty, I saw somebody post this on some social media, something or other, but Bruce Almighty is a great movie where God is Morgan Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody was like talking about how Morgan Freeman was perfect at playing God in that movie. And it was just because he was perfect at playing God in that movie. But like if that movie would have been made now, it would be because they made God black. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the world that we lived in for a while shrunk everything down into demographics and race or whatever. And if you made Bruce Almighty right now, the story leading in to the promotion, the marketing of Bruce Almighty would have been about Bruce Almighty's got a God who they made black. And in the midst of it, you'd lose the fact that Morgan Freeman was just the absolute best person to do that job, and he happens to be black.
If it was coming out now, there's a good chance that would be in the mix for B or not the B. Just saying that headline.
Yes. Do you know what I'm saying? You look
positively
confused.
or negatively?
Which one?
Like, do you think the studio would use that? Because that's what happens a lot.
They
push it.
They would slam it in your face.
Casting Morgan Freeman as God is the right move because Morgan Freeman is Morgan Freeman. And
not because he's black.
And yeah, he happens to be a man who is black, but you wouldn't if
it would get slammed for that reason. That would be
the
the
production
thing.
companies would be like, "Oh, we got to champion the heck out of this."
That's what I was asking.
Exactly.
So the way that the movie would have been rolled out was, "Look how good we are. We cast a black man as God," and you would be diminishing Morgan Freeman and his unmatchable talent.
Yes.
To do what he I'm trying to think of a movie I've seen with Morgan Freeman in it that I just wasn't obsessed with Morgan Freeman's character because he's so good.
Isn't Morgan Freeman also the actor that went on one of the big primetime shows and said that Black History Month is like
it's just history.
Really stupid?
Yes, but that's kind of the point. Like we've it's a perfect illustration of how stupid the DEI world that we've been living in is because it diminishes greatness and it categorizes it by a demographic, something that Morgan Freeman has no control over. The color of his skin becomes more important to be discussed than the fact that he's just the best at the job. And in the time that we've been living in, that I think we're like at least one leg out of right now, you would lose the opportunity to just experience Morgan Freeman's performance in that role because it would have been shoved down your throat before you ever got to see the movie how good these people are because they chose a black man to play God.
I don't think that you even intended to say this, but because it's Morgan Freeman, it actually does mean more because like Ethan was saying, he's come out and said like he would hate that.
Yes.
He would hate if that was the point of the marketing of him being in a movie. He says that kind of stuff.
He does. And he says it in the way Morgan Freeman says it, which
He's
is the
got
best way you can say it.
Yeah, it's like James Earl Jones. It's like a voice that defines certain characters and really a generation of those types. He's always the father figure.
I can hear Get Busy Living or Get Busy Dying in my head, but I can only hear it in Morgan Freeman's voice, even though I think that Andy says it as well later in the movie.
Just read the other day that character in Shawshank Redemption that Morgan Freeman played was supposed to be an Irishman.
Red.
That's why he was, and they left his name because they thought it was funny. Because when he read for it, they were like, "Oh,
obviously
you're perfect for this, but you're not an Irishman." But they left him as Red.
Only guilty man in Shawshank. Have you seen Shawshank Redemption?
No, but hold on.
Gosh!
But that's actually a movie that I've said like, okay, it's on the list of things
Don't
I need to get to
watch
watching.
it on television first, even though once you watch it like the way
There are movies that are mentioned.
God intended.
Spaceballs that I'm like, I don't care to watch it.
I know that's because you're wrong. But
Shawshank is on the list of like, okay, that is like.
Do you know it's a Stephen King movie?
No, I didn't know that.
It's a Stephen King movie.
It's, I mean, widely known as one of the best movies of
Ever.
all time. So that is one that is on the list I need to watch.
Just
yes.
watch it as intended, and then once you watch it as intended, then you can watch it on TV because you'll be like, oh yeah, I know the story. But you don't want to watch it with commercial breaks, edits, any of that.
Good to know.
Get it the way Stephen King. We champion Stephen King.
Then watch other Stephen King movies, like The Langoliers.
I've seen it. Hey, there are big changes coming to the MLS schedule, which obviously will include St. Louis City. So the timing in which you're going to be able to watch them during the year is going to be changing here in the next couple of seasons. The owners voted yesterday to shift the league's season to late summer to spring. This is going to start in 2027, which is...
When is the soccer season right now?
Right now, it is fall to late winter, early spring.
So they play games out there in the cold?
Yes.
That seems silly.
Wait, did I lie? Did I mix it up?
Stop
no,
lying.
I totally mixed it up.
They start super early.
I mixed
in the
it up.
spring,
I mixed
like
it up.
March.
They start in the spring.
Now.
Sorry, I got it completely mixed up. I went opposite. They start in the spring,
Taco.
and then they finish. But there's a super long break in the middle of the season, and then they play in the fall, and then it finishes.
Maybe they should just simplify it.
Well, I think that's kind of what they're trying to do. The shift is aiming to put the MLS in a more competitive position for player transfers while also freeing up players for national team duty during the summer when many major international tournaments are taking place. Like I said, the vote taking place yesterday. Under the new calendar, league play would kick off in mid to late July with the final day of the regular season in April. The playoffs and championship would take place in May.
It goes from July to May now?
Now, the break, though, used to be in the middle of the summer. The league would now go on an extended break during the winter with just a few games being played in December and no games in January before resuming in mid-February.
MLS should ban the shift and add a pitch clock.
And I was going to say, shorten the games for the people like me who don't really want to watch them.
Put La Russa in charge of the league.
90 minutes.
I totally got...
Pitching change. We're going to change the actual pitch. We're going to go to a new pitch.
Yeah.
Just go with the running
Have a
clock.
field that tilts while you're running on it.
I totally got I got them mixed up, though. The league right now is currently being played throughout the summer where there's that huge break where the weather is nice out during the summer where they're just not playing, which makes, total sense. So.
Okay. I don't go City.
That's okay. You don't have to.
It doesn't have to be for you.
You don't have to. And also, we talked about it a little bit yesterday. I said, I had heard some things, but hadn't actually seen it yet.
Boeing.
Strike. Done.
Booyakasha!
Done. Ethan, it's about time you got this taken care of. What have you been doing this whole time?
Mediating.
Putting in bump music.
That's why I'm never in here anymore.
Hang on, I got a call. No, we're taking
Boeing.
phone calls though.
They're
Hold on a
asking about the F-47.
I'm looking through this article, and there's a guy's name in here that I went to high school with.
Is it Murphin
I wonder if it's
Blurfelman?
actually him.
Murphin's Blurfin.
Murphin's Blurfin. Clayton Leesman.
Clayton.
Clayton. Shout out Clayton.
My man.
That's all I got for you.
Sorry, Ethan was holding you back.
Guess so.
All right, go crouch and hide. We'll be right
Crouching
back.
away.
YouTube live chat poll. What's your reaction to the latest Democrat effort to tie President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein? Trump is innocent. Trump is guilty. Or still unsure. So, weird song to say that over, but we'll take a break and be right back. Don't go away.
He's a way maker. If you need freedom, save it. He's a prison shaking savior. If you got chains, he's a chain breaker.
LisaSTL.org. That's the website. If you have a question about, especially now that it's mid-November, are you looking for a semester change for your kid or for your grandkids? Are you looking, maybe your kid is just now going to be old enough to go to early childhood care, something like that. Oh my, look for a Lutheran elementary school near you. A lot of them have childcare options, early childhood, that type of stuff. The high school setup for kids around the area. There are 4 Lutheran high schools that you can attend. I'm a graduate of a Lutheran high school myself, Metro East Lutheran High School in Madison County. Wonderful opportunities exist at all of these different Lutheran education locations. So here's what you need to do. Get online and go to lisastl.org, LESASTL.org. They have opportunities to help support IEPs, special needs, special education in most of the schools is present, but they also have tuition assistance available for you. So if you want to learn more about that, just start the process of learning. Get on the Lutheran Elementary School Association website, lisastl.org.
Thinking about a bath remodel or swapping that old tub for a sleek, easy-to-clean shower? It's Mark Reardon from Michael's Baths with one question. What's there to think about? Michael's beats the competition by 30 to 50%, uses top-quality materials, and backs it all with over 30 years of experience. And now they're going to throw in a free shower door or $500 off. Schedule your free in-home consultation today, 636-775-0800 or michaelsbaths.com. That's michaelsbaths.com.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago politician Dick Durbin. Now, Durbin has a new scheme. He's doing the dirty work to benefit corporate megastores. Durbin's bill could cut corners on your credit card security, putting your personal data at risk. Big chain retailers and warehouse stores want to inflate their profits, and liberal Dick Durbin would help them do it. Tell senators, say no to the megastores and Dick Durbin. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Today's YouTube live chat poll is regarding Jeffrey Epstein. Here we go. What's your reaction to the latest Democrat effort to tie President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein? Is it that Trump is innocent, Trump is guilty, or you're still unsure? We took calls on this subject, and of course, we're still taking your comments. I'm going to read one from Andy K. It says, there's no evidence released yet of anyone but Epstein or Maxwell doing anything criminal, but that doesn't stop people from believing their favorite bad guy is guilty. What do you think?
Nailed it, Andy.
What do you think? Let us know, and we'll give you the results of this poll at the end of the show today. It's 1:39. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
JerryKelly.com. Built in the heartland, for the heartland. 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Big into clubbing.
Oh man, there was
Does
a
this
time.
make you feel like being in a strobe light infested, alcohol ridden room?
You make it sound
butted
so
up
nasty.
next to people.
What it was about losing yourself in the music.
Did you?
No. But that's what it is, and I respect that. When there's a beat that drops and it grabs you by the soul and it won't let go, that is cool.
Ethan, are you laughing out there? Knock that off. Ethan's out there giggling at Ryan. Unallowed.
I like when the door's open.
I don't. I don't want you to think you're funnier than you really are.
I need that sometimes. I need that because sometimes...
Who among the 4 of us would be most likely to have had a clubbing phase in their lifetime?
Brad.
I had a mesh shirt. 330 pounds, just getting it.
3 piercings.
I'll let you guess where.
None in the ears.
Just blasted out of his mind on ecstasy.
What? That's completely untrue. Ethan, come here. You want to participate in this show like this? Get your butt back in here. I don't care what Mark Reardon says.
Tell us other things that Brad would have done at that
Unless
era.
Fred tells you to do it. You do what Fred tells you to do. Ethan, among the 4 of us, who would most likely be the one who had a clubbing phase?
Totally Ryan. It's totally Ryan.
What would I have done in that phase? Like, what was my point?
I think you already just told us. Just wait for the beat.
The scene in Napoleon Dynamite where he's dancing on the stage?
Yeah.
That's what I imagine you doing.
It would look like that?
Yes.
What kind of, like, you hear this music?
Yeah.
Are you like walking in like fully intent into the center of the dance floor and like making people part so that you can get to your place?
100% of the time, but nobody would ever do it.
So you're just like, hey, jumping up
You're
and down.
just trying real hard.
to-
But I tell you what, though, I'd walk in straight up, full white suit, dressed up like immaculately.
6-inch platform shoes.
And people are like, dang, who is that guy? But not really, because I was at really crappy clothes. But I was dressed way above my station.
When the
in
beat
life.
when it drops, do you pause or do you like break out the big move then?
What you do is, and this is all for comedic effect, so you know where I'm coming from now. You have a different song on in your earbuds.
Oh, God.
And you dance to that song so that you look like a complete idiot. But you're still dressed well.
I went to line dancing clubs weekly at minimum, but I don't know that that's the same thing.
It is not the same thing.
All right. I'd love to know in the YouTube chat who is the most likely to club. It might be you. I think you might have sold yourself.
No, you did it, though. Did you ever yell shots, 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 shots?
If the song is on, you're darn right that's what you do.
Oh, you're going to win that poll.
We'll be right back. Don't go away. Stewart's American Mortgage. If you get a bagel loan and you don't have to pay those closing costs, you know you're hitting the club. That's the first place you go. And you walk around in that club and you say, I just refinanced my mortgage, bro. And
Dang.
I paid. You want to know how much I paid in closing costs?
People would be super interested.
Zero.
They'd
Zero
part
in closing
the
costs.
way would part, and they'd be like, how much do you pay for your closing costs?
I went to Stewie and I saw him, Stewie, and I got a refinance on my mortgage, lowered my rate a little bit. $0 in closing costs, bro.
They just put you up on their shoulders.
Stewie cooked.
I thought you were doing a segue. That's the whole live.
I'm sorry, Stewie. I have refied twice, and I have been to clubs. Whether they were related, it's really none of
Jury's
your
out.
darn business.
You're almost done.
Not quite. I think that this endorsement might come with some costs for me.
Why is it called a bagel loan?
Because it looks like a zero, bruh.
Oh. Okay.
Molly, my 4-year-old, says bruh all the time. But she just says that. Like, she'll say something and she'll just be like, bruh. Which is what you say to somebody when you go get a mortgage refinance and you get to lower the mortgage rate. You get to shave off years of a loan. You're going from a 30 to a 20 or something like that. And Stewie goes, there's no closing costs with that. And you look at it and you go, bruh. And he's like, bruh. And then you have refinanced. I'll do this one again. 314-324-4440. 314-324-4440. Is it getting hot in here? I'm getting really nervous.
No, it's actually hot in here.
314-324-4440. That's a direct line to Stewie. Text him, bruh, need the bagel loan.
Do that.
And get on it because you're going to pay no closing costs. Google the bagel loan for actual information. NMLS number 226715.
Police versus firefighters in the ring for charity. It's the 38th annual Guns N' Hoses event, the day before Thanksgiving. Catch all the action as we broadcast Guns N' Hoses live on 97.1 FM Talk.
If you're looking for the best eye care in St. Louis, look no further than the doctors of Ophthalmology Associates. Doctors Greg Birdie, Ranjan Malhotra, Robert Brusati, and Andrew Royer. Make your appointment today at yourEyeDoc.com or call 314-966-5000. Ophthalmology Associates.
First responders get in the ring for the 38th Budweiser Guns N' Hoses presented by Stiefel. It's the biggest holiday party of the year, the night before Thanksgiving at Enterprise Center. Get your tickets now at STLGunsandHoses.com. It's go time.
For 100 years, KMOX has been part of St. Louis. Now, Together Credit Union is helping celebrate that legacy. Starting in November, visit any Together Credit Union branch to pick up a KMOX 100th anniversary commemorative ornament for just $5 while supplies last. Each ornament supports Children's Miracle Network of Greater St. Louis. Together Credit Union, honoring 100 years of KMOX, the voice of St. Louis, and Children's Miracle Network of Greater St. Louis, improving the health of all children.
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting more thought into maintaining our health.
We knew the water we drink every day could be filled with contaminants, so
We called Leaf Home Water Solutions.
they came to our home and did a free water test and gave us the analysis right away.
We were shocked at what we saw.
They found heavy metals like iron and copper.
Our own tap water was putting our health at risk, but Leaf Home Water Solutions made it easy to get safer water from every tap and hose. A whole home solution.
They have more than 250 product combinations and designed a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leaf Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
You're listening to The Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
You know, there's the club music that we just played, and this is perfect summer homecoming music.
Is this the beginning of a Viagra commercial? I'm ready.
Are you suggesting?
This isn't that song though, is
No.
it? Boy, it sounds a lot like it though. Well, actually, a lot of the blues sound a lot like the blues.
I don't have as much of a relationship with the Viagra commercials as you do, Ryan. So
Oh, whenever I hear them, I'm like, oh yeah, jam. I mean, I'm not taking the pill, but love that song. It gets me in the mood. I mean, that's not what I meant either. Anytime I hear the blues now,
you can't do this now. It's not 2. It's not even 2.
We got like 5 or 6 minutes, so what do you want to do?
Not bad.
All right.
Anything. You change the subject. Take it from here.
All right. Let's do some more B or not the B.
No, don't do that. That's lame.
That's all I got.
That's all you have?
That's all I
You
have.
didn't prepare anything else?
No, that's not true. I do have some more, but it's at my desk. If you want it,
Go get it.
all right. I'll
Just
leave.
leave.
I'm leaving.
Bye. I would say shut the door behind him, but we haven't shut the studio door in a week and a half, so not going to start now. The YouTube live chat poll, what's your reaction to the latest Democrat effort to tie President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein? Trump is innocent, Trump is guilty, you're still unsure. Brad, your thoughts on the poll today?
Well, my vote is going to be Trump is innocent, and I am really, really, really exhausted with like the Democrats that are already all of a sudden super interested in this. Whenever, like Stephen A. Smith said, you know, it's not like Biden wasn't in charge for 4 years, and it's not like Obama wasn't in charge for 4 years. They didn't care about it until it became something that they could beat Trump over the head with, or at least try to beat Trump over the head with. And it's kind of, to me, it's embarrassing. It's blatantly partisan. It's like, just let it go. Let this stuff come out.
Let it go.
And whenever it comes out, I'll tell you what'll happen. It'll come out. They'll be like, this is everything. But we have no way of knowing if this is everything or not. So it'll come out. They'll say, this is everything. Trump is exonerated. They won't believe it because they'll say, well, they didn't release the stuff that he was actually in. He hid that. So it's none of it. We're never going to get to the bottom of it. We're never going to know the truth of it. Maybe on this side of glory, at least, we're not going to know the truth of it. And so it's just exhausting to listen to these people that are all of a sudden so disingenuously interested in this.
Senator Kennedy was on CNN and was talking about these Epstein files.
How do you respond to those comments from Thomas Massey that essentially, if you vote to cover up for pedophiles, you've got cover in a Republican primary? He's essentially saying the president is going to help people who vote with him and vote not to release these files.
Well, here is the way that my people here in Louisiana see it, Casey. My people think, and I agree with them, that Epstein was a pig, a P-I-G pig. My people think that this is no country for creepy old men. My people believe, and I think they're right, that Epstein trafficked young women, some of whom were minors, to himself. But here's the issue. My people want to know who else, if anyone, did Epstein traffic young women to? And if they were punished, how were they punished? And if they weren't punished, why? Now, President Trump has turned that issue over to Attorney General Bondi. And I don't know how she is going to answer that question for the American people without releasing all the records. Maybe she can, but I just don't think this issue is going to go away until that issue is addressed and answered to the American people's satisfaction.
Yeah.
And I may end up with a sombrero on my head for saying that, but that's the way I see it.
How?
The greatest threat from this administration is if you don't toe the line, you're going to get a meme with a sombrero on your head.
He did kind of answer that at the end, didn't he? She asked, well, is the administration basically stonewalling anybody who would be a part of this thing? And he got there at the end. He goes, well, I guess the only way that it would be is that I'm going to have a sombrero meme. Because obviously that's not going to happen to him.
Yeah. Mark says on the YouTube chat, DJT is innocent. It's the last straw the loser Dems have to hang on to. Rick says, I can't determine anyone's guilt or innocence without a full presentation of the underlying facts. When that comes forth, the truth or untruth of Trump's innocence should be obvious. Chris said, innocent. Like others said, it would have been leaked already. And Damon says, I think everyone is innocent until they are found guilty. That's really, honestly, just to kind of scoop my thoughts on this. Until you've proven that he isn't, he's innocent. And we certainly haven't seen proof that Donald Trump is guilty of something here.
No, and we've been looking for a long time, and both sides of the aisle have been looking at this same issue for a long, long time. And what it looks like is they were buddies for a while, and then they weren't because they had some sort of falling out, and maybe it had to do with this stuff, and maybe it didn't.
What kind of credence do you put to the idea that Trump was an FBI informant on Epstein? That's known, isn't it? Because he was like the one person in Palm Beach that cooperated with the investigations that they had there, and he provided information when he was asked for it. It's my understanding.
Yeah, so he did provide information to the FBI. I guess if you want to loosely call that an FBI informant, he was just answering the questions. So, sure.
An informant for sure.
Yeah, he did answer. It's widely known and accepted that he was one of the only ones, according to the FBI agents who interviewed him, who would talk on record about it and say, hey, this stuff was something that does need to be discussed, because there's a lot of powerful people who got shielded from this and then would never talk, in the FBI's words, to them at all, but Trump would. He was willing to do it.
I know that the first blush of new document, Trump's name, Epstein's name, same email exchange, another indication that Jeffrey Epstein knew of Donald Trump's existence in the world. But of course, everybody, like Donald Trump, puts his name on everything so that every person on the face of the planet, I mean, if you have any understanding about anything globally, anywhere on this face of the earth, you know who Donald Trump is. He's been building that kind of branding strategy for Trump. He speaks of himself as Trump. It's like Trump exists outside of his own person.
Yeah.
So everybody understands that Donald Trump is a globally known and understood figure. So the fact that he is being discussed in communication with Jeffrey Epstein, it's not surprising, but it does require some jurisprudence on looking through what exactly is being discussed. But every time these things are revealed, when I try to seek out the full entire story, I always feel like Donald Trump kind of ends up looking better.
He definitely doesn't look worse.
He always looks like he was living in a world, a reality that we may not understand at these super high, powerful levels around high, powerful people. And it always appears as though he's choosing to do the right things in the midst of it. And if there's evidence to suggest otherwise, we haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. Being associated with Jeffrey Epstein at all, in those days, it's because you were powerful and you were a party guy.
314-241-9797. We're going to do next question next hour. So if you have any Ask Us Anything questions, you can text them to us. Ryan will read them. 314-241-9797. 314-241-9797. We'll be right back.
Why do the national tax resolution firms need the tiny fine print at the bottom of all their TV ads? Hi, this is Lance Drury with the Lance Drury Law Firm. You don't hear fast-talking disclaimers in our ads because the claims we make are 100% transparent. The Lance Drury Law Firm primarily focuses on one thing, IRS problems, and we're regulated by the Bar Association, and we have a AAA rating with the Better Business Bureau. IRS issues are serious legal issues. The Lance Drury Law Firm has helped thousands of clients navigate the best resolution plans, and we tell you up front exactly how much it'll cost. Tax resolution law is all we do. So before you send money to some out-of-town, high-pressure salesperson, give us a call at the Lance Drury Law Firm, located right here in St. Louis. Call today to schedule your free consultation with me, 314-260-6120, or visit LanceDruryLaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
TheDiamondShop.net. Oh, it's time to go holiday shopping at the Diamond Shop. You'll be glad you did. Meet these wonderful people. Quickly, you understand why the Diamond Shop has been a generational family jeweler for a lot of St. Louis families since 1910. It's pretty impressive. They're located in Clayton, and they're online at TheDiamondShop.net. If you visit their website, you can become a VIP. It's going to open and unlock some opportunities for you, some savings along the way when you become a Diamond Shop VIP. When you're shopping in their store and you walk in and you've got an idea, you're looking for a set of earrings, maybe you're looking for some cufflinks or a watch to mark a special occasion or a special holiday. You go in and you have an idea of a budget and you tell them that information. They can do everything they can to deliver, to over-deliver on something absolutely stunning and timeless that is going to really wow your loved one this holiday season. Remember, they have financing available as well. 6 months, same as cash. Learn everything you need to know online at TheDiamondShop.net.
Make the most of fall and have an outdoor space that you actually love that's built to last. Lakeside Renovation and Design builds custom decks, screened-in porches, covered patios, and they use these durable, low-maintenance materials like composite decking and aluminum railings. They're going to make sure you have the perfect setup so you can host your family and friends for backyard barbecues or just sit outside and enjoy the morning coffee even when it's raining. Don't wait until the spring to start planning the space that you want to enjoy next year. Start with a free consultation. Visit lakesiderd.com, lakesiderd.com.
With this season's drought and high temperatures, demand for new sprinkler system installs is at its peak. Even with a little rain in the forecast, now is the absolute best time to put a new system in place, setting you up for a healthier, greener lawn next year. Don't let your lawn go through another season looking the way it does today. Take control now, and you'll never have to worry about the damage heat and dry weather can cause again. Call 636-695-7800 or visit ProOutdoor.com to schedule your new system installation today.
KFTK FM Florissant from the Kaufman Townsley St. Louis's Injury Lawyers Studio. Call 314-500-5000.
That's 314-500-5000.
All on the free Odyssey app.
A pivot at the White House. Lisa Brady, Fox News. As the Trump administration emphasizes efforts to lower costs. Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House.
Officials here have a lever to pull to try to quickly bring down the prices of everyday household items and everyday groceries. And the lever that they are pulling is to start exempting certain groceries from tariffs. That could help in the short term. And then in the long term, the White House wants to cut a bunch of red tape, especially the kind that holds up houses from being built, with the argument being that the current housing inventory has been flooded for several years with illegal immigrants.
The White House says affordability issues stem from Biden policies. Democrats say Trump policies are costing Americans money. Attorney General Pam Bondi just confirming she's appointing a federal prosecutor in Manhattan for a probe related to the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein after a post from the president singling out multiple people and entities. This as Democrats in Congress push for the full release of Epstein files. Defense attorneys for the man accused of killing a healthcare executive in New York are suggesting ahead of trial that police made a claim they cannot prove.
About a month before the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, Luigi Mangione's mother reported him missing, and through that, police ended up talking to her after the murder and after releasing pictures of the suspect in Thompson's murder. NYPD Chief of Detectives Joseph Kenney said last December,
they reached out to Mangione's mother in San Francisco very late on the 7th. They had a conversation where she didn't indicate that it was her son in the photograph, but she said it might be something that she could see him doing.
Now Mangione's attorneys say all discovery provided to them so far indicates she did not say that, and they're asking the judge to direct the DA's office to state, for the record, whether the mother did in fact make such a statement.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. America is listening to Fox News.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Picture this, you're on a date, and then bad breath happens. Confidence gone. Here's the truth. Most gums and mints are just bad breath Band-Aids, but not Zellman's Minty Mouth. The functional breath freshener you swallow. Tiny dual-action capsules with mint on the outside, parsley seed oil inside, clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders, even garlic and onions. It's only available online. Go to Zellmans.com, Z-E-L-M-I-N-S, Zellmans.com, code FRESH for 15% off.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation, weather.
Feeling more like spring than the middle of November. Partly to mostly sunny skies. We should top out at about 75. Stays really mild all day long. Tonight, partly cloudy. We're only dropping back to 60. Saturday, mostly sunny. About 78 Saturday afternoon. Dry, cool front coming by Saturday night. Sunday, partly sunny and cooler. Still not too bad. 60. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
The Annie Fry Show is sponsored by Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation. Time to get ready for cold weather and schedule your heating system check. Get not just your heating system, but your entire HVAC system checked for $19 a month with the Preferred Partner Plan. Visit aircomfortservice.com.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
Left up, left right, gotta love this American ride.
Like, you need to take some time to get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid, keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
Yes, it is. In fact, thank you, Ryan, for that marvelous introduction.
You're welcome. That was live.
It's really impressive how you play all those instruments, too, at the same time.
Thank you.
You're like, what's his name in Mary Poppins?
Dick Van Dyke.
No, not, what's his name?
Mary Poppins.
No, his.
Oh, the character's name.
It is, he sings a song in the end of that movie that makes me cry.
It's about the sugar
Deeply.
going down.
No, that's the one that makes you cry. Tears of joy.
Yeah. Sugar.
What's his name? Somebody tell us what his name is.
Billy Van Dyke. No. William.
Thanksgiving is not less than a week away, 2 weeks away, correct? Thanksgiving is
2
coming
weeks
up.
from yesterday.
So you could essentially say Thanksgiving is here. And I love the holiday of Thanksgiving. I love the thought of like all the holiday stuff that you get to do with family and, meals and all the trimmings that go along with any holiday. But it really does officially kick off the Christmas season for me. So it's part of the holiday season, and Thanksgiving is the beginning of it. And I know that how much you're always worried about people and their well-being. Just in general, Ryan, you're always out caring for people excessively.
It's one of the things I do. I volunteer as a charity striper.
That sounds like a criminal. It's like something that happens on the New York subway.
Can't confirm.
Hi, I'm a striper. My name, Charity.
It's a red light district.
I'm not here to judge.
Charity striper.
I'm a striper.
You're trying to make an honest living.
I'm a striper down at the Pink Pony Club.
I
do it for charity.
You have a list of things that you want to make people aware on Thanksgiving here.
Yeah, these are from an ER doctor.
I thought you were going to go Nelly on this.
From
for
an
a
ER
second.
doctor.
EI.
ER doctor says that these are the top 5 injuries and illnesses he sees on Thanksgiving.
One's got to be carving something.
Cuts and lacerations.
Cuts and lacerations from trying to carve that turkey with a knife that all men want to brag about how sharp it is.
You're correct. We see a lot of lacerations, particularly on the hands and fingers. People cut themselves all the time on Thanksgiving because they're using new tools like shredders. Mandolins?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes, a mandolin is a cutter. It's you slice like you could slice potatoes or vegetables and that type of stuff.
Isn't a mandolin also a tiny guitar?
Yes, it's good to keep them separate.
Okay, just making sure that Paul McCartney wasn't playing a shredder.
Yeah.
Absolutely ruin your fingers.
Look at these julienne sliced potatoes.
They're made by Sir Paul McCartney. Well, I was trying to do it. And,
Okay, knock it off. Moving through.
I was going the doo-ba-dee-doo.
I know another one that's got to be on that list.
Burns.
Burns.
You got it.
Are there separate burns for the people who try to fry the frozen turkey?
Yeah, quite a few patients have burns often associated with the hands, face, and forearms because of dropped food into grease or hot things. Infamous turkey fryer is a common cause of Thanksgiving burns. They get really, really hot and can overflow. And again, these aren't things you're normally using. These is the one time a year that you're using this thing.
Improperly.
And often improperly.
How do you cook the Thanksgiving turkey? How do you want it cooked?
I love deep fried turkey. It is fantastic if you can do it right. But
what makes it better?
I don't know, and it's not just that it's deep fried, because I've had deep fried turkey that's good and I've had deep fried turkey that's great. And I think the ones that are great, they inject them with something as they're frying it or before. I don't know what it is, but I know that I've had some that I'm like, that's the best turkey I've ever had. What about you? How do you cook it?
I don't usually eat turkey on Thanksgiving. Get your judgment out of here, Ethan. It's a slow pan. He's over here doing work for his next show.
How do you not eat turkey on Thanksgiving?
There's so much other good food. I would just rather eat the turkey later if I'm going to eat it all. Of all of the things that you can eat at a Thanksgiving meal, turkey is not top 5 for sure. And I detest the feeling of being full. So a little bit of all the other things, the potatoes, the sweet potatoes, the green bean casserole is delish. What else do you have? Some people we always have a mac and cheese debate if mac and cheese belongs on the Thanksgiving table. I don't know that we might have added it. It wasn't a traditional item, but it's just such a crowd pleaser and so easy and cheap to make for kids.
Something the Pilgrims had.
Yes. Craft.
How would one pilgrim create macaroni?
It's a long process.
Yeah, let's ask
Very long.
Ryan to explain that process. I don't know. I just like the other things. I won't eat rolls either. It's a waste of calories
I agree with
and
that.
space.
I agree with that. What do you like eating then? What is it that you're like, ooh, that's what's going to fill me up?
I could eat a Thanksgiving plate of mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, green bean casserole, and that might be it.
Not even one piece of turkey though. Like
If it would
to me,
make you happy, I would.
Here's
but
here's
that's the
why.
reason.
Here's why.
Yes, please tell me.
The Thanksgiving meal.
Tell me why.
The Thanksgiving meal. There are so many wonderful parts of it, as you just mentioned, several of them. But
You sound like a freshman who has to write a persuasive speech.
the heartbeat of it is quite literally the turkey.
Webster's
It
defines
is
turkey.
it is the center of the meal. You think Thanksgiving, you think turkey.
No, I don't. I think
You should
Potatoes.
think turkey.
I think family and friends.
No,
Yeah.
you don't.
Loved ones.
You never think family and friends.
and
Darn
giving
right.
thanks.
And prayer.
Turkey.
Jesus.
Number 1, turkey.
I'm
It is the glue of
not
the meal.
persuaded. C for a complete thought.
Been a pleasure.
Thanks for your contribution. Now back to writing.
I'm not. I'm not. Here's the other thing, and I failed to consider this, but as he was talking, when I watch a turkey being carved, I'm out.
What do you mean?
Gross.
Well, you got to make sure they're dead first.
Oh, that's what I've been doing wrong. Jared, what are you even doing, man?
That
You're
thing's-
supposed to kill the turkey.
That thing is screaming.
That's why it's making so much
Everybody's
noise.
crying.
Everywhere.
Nasty. No, I don't need to see carcass. Blech. Mm-mm. But if it's in a nice container, Tupperware, later, maybe.
You know what you're eating is carcass.
Not if I don't eat the turkey. I just don't need to know that much about the life that existed. I'm not sentimentally attached to it. I'm grossed out. There are people out that know exactly what I'm talking about, and you and me, brothers and sisters.
Someone needs to have a conversation with you about where your food comes from.
Mm-hmm.
My food comes from Ruler Foods. You got a problem with that?
Where do they get it, Annie?
From the macaroni farm.
Kroger.
Kroger? Yeah.
Ryan, this is where you come in.
Well, we name our turkeys before we eat them.
Oh, God.
we do want to
What was
acknowledge
last year's?
that they were really Snickles.
Other injuries?
Snickles.
Yeah. Other injuries. Orthopedic injuries. The next category is trauma to bones, joints, muscles, tendons, and ligaments.
What are you guys doing at Thanksgiving?
Slipping on turkey.
Forget football on TV. The real action is the games in the backyard.
You don't have it anymore, old man.
Or the horseplay in the living room. A little horseplay going on before the meal.
Uncle Ryan.
Yeah.
Throwing his nieces and nephews around.
Who wants to play Tip the
uncle?
Turtle?
Are you an uncle?
No, I don't have any nephews.
Really?
Yeah,
Father
or-
Ryan.
You could have nieces also.
I
They
only
would
consider the
qualify you.
nephews.
Yeah.
I don't acknowledge them.
He's from the old country. We don't even count
We don't
girls.
even count the females.
Not a part of the
What you
census.
now know is the reason we do X's and Y's on Tuesdays is because I'm really advocating for the females in Ryan's life to just exist.
The slow process.
Yeah.
Maybe this year the turkey will
Are you
be
an
a
uncle?
woman.
No, I have no nephews.
nephews.
Only nieces. I am not an uncle. It bothers me so. I keep telling
Would you be
my
a
brothers and sisters.
would you be a funkle?
Is that a fun uncle?
Mm-hmm.
I would play the same games I play with my kids. Go away is the first game.
Oh, you win.
Yeah, hey, good job, kids. We're having a good time here, aren't we?
That doesn't sound like a funkle.
And the second game is Tip the Turtle. You ever played Tip the Turtle?
I don't think so. Do
Now-
tell.
Okay, I will. So
Is this appropriate?
absolutely. So
With children?
you get down on the ground and you're on all fours, like your knuckles and your knees.
Good start.
And then they have to knock you down. That's it.
That is funkle territory.
That is Tip the Turtle.
That like a funkle goes into that game and destroys all the children.
Yes.
that is my brother to a T in the pool in the summer. He's just like, bring it on. And there are kids flying everywhere, and they all just come back for more over and over and over again.
They
Jared's
love
a
it.
good funkle, too.
I did this with my kids 2 weeks ago. I hadn't done it in a long time. I'm like, all right, fine. Because they were just rambunctious. I'm like, all right, it's Tip the Turtle time. And I got down on the rug, and I was just like, here we go.
What kind of sounds do you make while they're
And
attacking you?
I lost quick.
That's so lame.
It was not only
Was it the
did I
nieces?
lose.
Is that why you wrote them off?
I mean, my son is 11, and so he was like, "Oh, okay, we're gonna do this now. I'm gonna show you who I am now." And I was like, "Dang, things have changed."
Joe says, give nieces and nephews Red Bull and Snickers and send them home.
Yep. But then I also injured my shoulder real quick.
Orthopedic injury.
Here we go. I can't even do this stuff anymore.
Gosh, you're old.
When we were on summer vacation with my brother's family, they have a little one who's 2, and people would talk about Uncle Jared. She didn't hear that correctly. She started calling him Pumpkin Jared, so now he's Pumpkin Jared.
That's cute.
Because pumpkin was something that she understood more than uncle, and that just stuck. It's a good one.
I do have some godchildren who call me Clown Ryan. I kid you not. That's what they decided when they were little. Hey, it's Clown Ryan. And I'm like,
oh, gosh.
Next one is head injuries. Head trauma from falls is also common around the holidays.
Why are we falling?
It's important to consider your environment for family members who are at greater risk of falls, and do not set up a slip and slide around this time of year. What will the weather be like on Thanksgiving? It's going to be icy. Do your relatives need getting inside? Is there a walkway that's well lit? Is it salted? That kind of stuff. They could fall. It's 80 degrees, so it's hard to be like, oh, it's so cold on Thanksgiving.
We're talking about inside.
Yeah.
Got it.
Right. And the last one is stomach woes.
I was going to ask if food poisoning was on the list.
Another frequent cause of ER visits on Thanksgiving is gastrointestinal illness. right before the prayer do that.
And you're like, this is for you.
Yeah. Dear Lord, please let Aunt Jan overcome her peanut allergy, because there's peanuts in everything.
We're gonna will it. We're gonna will it into existence.
Do you have any, Ryan, in your immediate family, any like severe allergies that you have to attend to?
Yeah, I say that because we have egg allergies with my both of my boys, and then me and my daughter I think we've discovered that we're both allergic to certain like red dyes or something like that, because there are drinks that both of us, if we drink them for 15 minutes, our stomachs are just
jacked.
Oh, you're just hurting, but then you know that it's going to be over real quick too. And we had that last time we discovered it together was we were in Disney World, and we both were, you're going hard all day.
A little bit of red dye there.
And we got some crazy drink concoction at one of those stands, and it was just fun. We're just walking around, and both of us go, oh, no. We had to stop for 10 minutes. And I said, honey, I've felt this before. In 10 minutes, you're going to be fine. And then we just sat there outside of Seven Dwarfs and waited.
When RFK Jr. implemented the ban on those certain red dyes, Disney actually did pull a lot of that stuff off. But I think they had it might be a 2 to 5 year window to phase all of that stuff out. And they stopped making things with it, but the phase out would take a while.
A lot of the candies are doing that too.
Yeah.
I think M&M's one of them that's doing that.
All right. Well, there's your heads up for Thanksgiving, to make sure you have a safe one and a happy Thanksgiving, of course. All right, let's take a quick break. The YouTube live chat poll, we want your thoughts and your votes on it. What is your reaction to the latest Democrat effort to tie President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein? Trump's innocent? Trump's guilty? Or I'm still unsure. You can go to the Annie Fry YouTube channel and cast your vote right there. We've got 225 votes in so far, and they're kind of spread out a little bit here. I'm kind of surprised that it's as competitive as it is. So get your thoughts in there. And on the YouTube chat or the text line, you can ask us anything. Have we done an AMA on the text line yet? I don't know.
No, I don't think we have.
Maybe partially. 314-241-9797. Text your questions to all of us here on the show, specifically to one of us. Whatever you want to know, text it, and then if Ryan likes it, he might ask it. 314-241-9797. Back in a minute.
Oh no, it go. Sink and I die if you want to destroy my sweater.
Civia Law, CiviaLaw.com, 833-995-WILL. Dial up that number right now. Punch it into your phone. You can call it when I'm done talking to you about it right now. Just get on the calendar at Civia Law to start that estate planning conversation. Establish your trust, update your trust. They should be looked at every 3 years just to make sure that everything is up to date. Maybe circumstances change in your life, in your relationships. Maybe circumstances change with the laws. Maybe you have access to things now that you didn't have access to before. Todd Civia is going to stay ahead of all of that for you. So if you haven't had yours looked at for a while, or if you don't have anything established yet, and I know a lot of you are in that boat, you've been putting it off and you know that you got to do it, Todd Civia is the solution for this. And the phone call right now to get on their calendar is going to waive that fee if you're one of the first 10 callers. $300 value for that strategy session. You don't have to pay it if you call right now and you mention my name. 833-995-WILL. Call 833-995-WILL. Tell them Annie sent you and schedule that strategy session for your estate planning needs today. CiviaLaw.com.
All righty. We're getting ready to come into winter here, where we're going to be using our furnaces. A lot of you are getting prices now, or you're getting your furnaces checked and you're being told that you have an issue with your furnace and you need a new furnace. So if that is the case and you want a very simple common sense approach to picking a furnace, if that's the case, I'd appreciate you calling and giving me a chance to meet with you and discuss your options. So call me. It's one easy number in Missouri and Illinois. Just one number. Missouri and Illinois. It's 314-293-2600. That's Bart Inman, 314-293-2600, or on the web is bartinman.com. Now there's Bart with a B, Inman with an I.com. God bless.
Hey guys, are you dealing with low energy weight gain or issues in the bedroom? Game Day Men's Health is the premier men's health clinic in the St. Louis area with locations in Chesterfield and O'Fallon, Missouri. They specialize in low testosterone and sexual health, and they also help men and women with medical weight loss, vitamins, and peptides. They offer free consultations and testosterone tests with results in about 20 minutes. Get in, get answers, get back to the top of your game. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Again, that's GameDayMen'sHealth.com.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Missouri can count on.
Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you can find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Rooted in faith, grounded in family. We're back with more truth. This is the Annie Fry Show.
Next question. It's a legitimate question.
Next question.
Next question, please.
Next question on the Annie Fry Show.
All right, so there are a few ways that you can get your questions in to participate in our little Ask Us Anything here on a Friday afternoon. We've got our own questions to ask each other. We've got texts coming through on the text line asking us questions at 314-241-9797. You can text your question to that number right now. It'll come right to us, 314-241-9797. Or you could throw one up on the YouTube live chat conversation. Ryan, you said you've got a couple questions over there?
Question from the text line for the Annie Fry Show. Do you or have you ever been hunting in your life? And if so, for what?
No, I've never been hunting. Lots of shooting. I don't think I could kill something. There's a whole, my husband is pining after the opportunity to buy some hunting land because he loves to hunt. He's got a bow. He's got other things to kill animals with, but he doesn't have a great place to hunt right now. He used to, and it's not there anymore. So every time hunting season comes around, he's just kind of sad puppy about it. And when he talks about sitting in a tree stand with the sun coming up in the cold by yourself and just sitting there, and like he's romantic about that, I'm like, pass. Hard pass. So, no, I haven't. Brad?
I've gone dove hunting before.
Did you get any?
Oh, yeah. I'm not very... I was, like 12 or something like that, so I wasn't a great shot at that point. But, yeah, I got a couple. I mean, my uncle was like, here, use this 410 shotgun. We kind of stood in the wood line the wood line, just inside the corn rows, and they would fly out where the corn was harvested, and, you take a shot and lead them a little bit, and then you get one. And actually, I was surprised that I actually liked dove. I've never had it before, so yeah, that was my hunting experience. I've never been deer hunting.
I was just talking about how I couldn't eat the turkey that was being carved. I could not eat a deer that I saw walking through a field.
Could you eat the symbol of international peace? A dove, like Brad did?
Probably not.
Tell you what, I could kill a couple of fast break bars right now.
Have you, with my bare hands, have you ever been even anywhere remotely close to hunting? Have you ever fired a gun?
Yeah, I fired a gun, but so my hunting experience that I recall is that I don't think my dad was really into hunting, although he went a few times when he was younger. And I do recall when I was probably 6 or 7 years old, him asking me, hey, do you want to go hunting? Because it's kind of a rite of passage. If you have any desire, I will take you hunting. And I said, I have no desire, even at that age. And I still just don't. It doesn't sound, the romantic thing that Jared was talking about, your husband, I don't get it. I do understand that it exists. It's like a song that everybody's talking about that you go, oh, I understand why people like that song. It just doesn't connect for me. That's hunting for me.
All right, next question.
Next question is also from the text line. It says, Annie, on behalf of the YouTube chat, so I'm not sure why he's speaking in the text line about the YouTube chat, but hey, that's okay.
Extra shot at getting question read on the air?
Sure. What is your wildest, most fun wild country experience?
I would love to know how many people listening attended Wild Country. I was a member of, I say it like it's an actual official club, but we would go on Thursdays. That's when they would do the taping. So we would be on TV on Saturday nights, right after Saturday Night Live, I think it was, or maybe before. No, it was on Channel 4. I think it was opposite Saturday Night Live. So NBC is Saturday Night Live, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would be opposite, after the news. And we did that every Thursday for 2 or 3 years. It was a major part of college for me. I don't know if I don't know if saying that this is fun is really the most appropriate way to describe this, but definitely the most memorable. You have to remember that, like, I started college in 2002, and we had just come off of September 11th, still very, very fresh in the new reality that we lived in. And there was that one time where George W. Bush said to Saddam, you have to turn over your weapons of mass destruction. You have till this time. The news all put a countdown clock up, and the countdown clock ticked down to 0. And then we bombed them. And you could see it all happen, and it was crazy. And I had dear loved ones who, in the wake of September 11th, signed up for the military, went to boot camp, were going over to serve and everything in like 2003, 2004. And the day that we ended up bombing them, I remember being at Wild Country and they played Bombs Over Baghdad, which is a pretty energy-full song. And the place went crazy in a way that it was kind of surreal to me to see the celebration of this. But that's the emotion that was really bottled up from September 11th. You wanted to punch back, and you wanted to punch back hard. So from a historical timeline, that was something I have very vivid memories of. Other than that, just lots of dancing and not really a whole lot of drinking, because I went there a lot before I was 21. And if you got caught drinking at Wild Country, when you came in and you showed your ID, they would put a huge black Sharpie marker, fat Sharpie marker, over all of your knuckles on both sides. You were branded. If you got caught drinking, they would stop everything, shut everything, all the music, everything stops. They turn all the lights down except for where they are, and they had a huge spotlight, and they would shine the spotlight on the person who got busted for drinking underage, and then the whole place would yell, sing na 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 na, hey hey, goodbye, and then yell, get the F out.
Wow.
I mean, they didn't. If people were allowed to underage drink, I guess you would have had to be in the know. I wasn't aware of it. I would have been terrified to drink underage there, and I never did that. But that when we first declared war and like bombed them, that's got to be it.
We got a whole bunch of questions coming in the YouTube chat about food for Thanksgiving stuff. Yep. So let's start with George W. He says homemade stuffing or stovetop?
Stovetop. 100 out of 100 times. I love stovetop. That's something else that's on my plate. I'm glad he said that.
The exact same question from Dale, homemade dressing or stovetop?
What do you think?
I think stovetop. I think that's what we always eat.
It's just perfect. It doesn't need to be better.
Yeah, it's fine.
What about you, Brad?
My mom would always dress up the stovetop, so I guess that would be homemade. I don't know how to. She would take it.
It's not straight stovetop, though.
No.
That's the start.
Right. That's the base. And
you know
then she
what?
would
That's
dress it up.
true of us, too. They would take it as the base, and they might do a little to it.
You know, a trick with stovetop, everybody listening right now, when you go get some of those like healthier soups, the lower fat soups like cream of mushroom or broccoli cheddar or whatever, throw stovetop crumblies on the top of it, and next level stuff.
I think my mom does that with potatoes. She'll do a potato dish and put crumbles in the top. Or that's cornflakes.
Those are funeral potatoes.
Yeah, it is. Next question. Favorite cereal from Bobo?
Gosh, we don't buy cereal in my house anymore, much to the chagrin of my kids. There's no amount of cereal that satisfies a hungry kid. It's a never-ending bowl.
It's a never-ending bowl for me.
For a growing child, you just eat cereal forever, and it's expensive when you eat that much of it. But if I'm gonna eat one bowl of cereal, I would eat a bowl of cereal in the place of a bowl of ice cream, and it would be Lucky Charms.
Ooh. I'm a Cocoa Puffs guy. I don't like Annie. I don't really eat cereal anymore. But if I were to eat cereal, it'd be Cocoa Puffs because the milk afterwards is so good.
I'm with Frank Belville. Level up the Cocoa Puffs and make it Cocoa Pebbles.
Let's get some mushy.
I don't really like Cocoa Pebbles or Fruity Pebbles either.
I would Fruity Pebble over Cocoa Pebble.
There is a newer cereal that I found that I just devour. And it's called Crave.
Is it low in sugar?
No. It's probably higher in sugar than average. It is so good. It's like little, they look like Captain Crunches, but they're filled with chocolate or strawberry or vanilla.
I mean, that's a dessert.
There's no nutritional value
When
in
we
that
grew
at
up,
all.
we just ate that, and they're like 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up on cereal. That is a fact. All right. Send us more questions in the YouTube live chat. You can text them as well, 314-241-9797. We'll ask a couple of our own when we come back as well. Don't go away. TheDittamoreGroup.com is the website. 618-531-4652. Call Tammy Dittamore and connect with the number one team in the number one office in the Metro East, the Dittamore Group. Tammy, Zach, Pat, Abby, and Trisha, they know how to put together a winning team and to partner with you for the listing of your home. Now, if you have been thinking about listing your home, but you're not 100% sure, you're not like, gosh, I'm not ready to list it right now. If I'm going to call up a realtor, they're going to want to push me into getting this done right away. No, not at all. If you're even considering it, the DittamoreGroup.com is the website where you can learn about them. But if you call them directly at 618-531-4652, just say, Annie said I could call you and maybe just chat about our home. And then you can tell them where your home is. They can give you some precursor information, but you can decide then how to prep your home for the top dollar sale when you're ready. And they're excited to talk about you right now, even if you're not looking for an immediate listing. 618-531-4652. Call 618-531-4652. You can look them up online as well at thedinnamoregroup.com.
Do you have a dark curiosity? Heart Starts Pounding, Horrors, Hauntings, and Mysteries is a weekly podcast hosted by me, Kaylin Moore. Each week, I'll take you on a dark journey through terrifying true urban legends, bizarre true crime cases, chilling tales of backwoods horror, and more. So if you're looking to join a passionate community of the darkly curious, check out Heart Starts Pounding on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, stay curious.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. I've been asked many times how Morgan & Morgan became the largest injury firm in the world. I think I know. When someone comes to us for an on-the-job injury, we have a huge workers' compensation practice. But many times we find a defective product that was responsible for that injury. Luckily for them, we have a product liability section headed by my son, Mike. In addition to the comp case, there is a product case too. Other times, the injured worker is fired or harassed for bringing that claim. We have them covered. Our employment lawyers handle retaliation claims as well as wage theft and discrimination cases, and in some cases need to file for Social Security benefits. No problem. We became big for a reason. 30% of our new cases come as referrals from former clients. Hiring us is easy. Go to forthepeople.com on your mobile device or computer, or call Pound Law on your cell, pound 529. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
All right, here we go. It's your last chance to win tickets to see Demetri Martin, comedian, coming to town November 20th. That is this coming Thursday, actually. So if you want to win those tickets, call right now, 314 314-241-9797. 314-241-9797. We're going to take the sixth caller at 314-241-9797. You'll get a pair of tickets to see Demetri Martin on November 20th. The YouTube live chat poll today is, what is your reaction to the latest Democrat effort to tie President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein? And we are taking questions right now as well. So hitting all these things simultaneously here in the 2 o'clock hour. If you have any questions for next question, text us at that same number I just gave you. I'll get those separately, or you can get on the YouTube and leave us a comment there. It is 2:36. I think that hit everything. 2:36. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
From Alton to Wildwood, 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. We appreciate you being with us on a beautiful, warm, sunny Friday afternoon. We're hitting through a little next question here, our Ask Us Anything segment. Like Ryan just said, you can text us at 314-241-9797. If you've got questions you want to ask the room, we'd love to answer them for you. We're going to go to Brad. Brad, your next question.
Yeah, my question is about the White House, and I've been paying a lot of attention to all the gold that's been added to the White House. Do you like that? Do you think it's gaudy? Where are you at on the gold that's been added to the Oval Office in the White House?
I like that it resembles Trump.
Yeah, I think it's gaudy and funny, and
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
I don't mind it.
It's so Trump.
I haven't
that you're
talked.
just like, okay.
I haven't talked about watching The West Wing. I don't think this week, so I'm going to enter it in here. But when I'm watching The West Wing and President Jed Bartlett, who is played by Martin Sheen, is in the White House, I'm like, it looks so 90s boring. There's like maroon and forest green and white. And that's not what it looks like right now. I always think about that as a comparison. It just, there's definitely a lot in the White House, but I don't mind it. What about you?
I'm actually, it's growing on me. At first I was kind of like, but the more I think about it, more I think about the aesthetic of the White House. I think that it actually fits the White House, and I think that it's good to have a little fancy in our areas where we're going to be entertaining dignitaries and heads of states. We have to look like an important nation. So I kind of like it.
Next question is from InfoDude on the live stream. He says, Annie, are you an auntie? Are you an Auntie Ann?
Heck yes, I am.
Are you?
I'm Auntie Ann. I have, I don't know what the actual total is. 3, 4, 5, 6 nephews, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nieces. So 11. I hope I counted everybody. Nope. How many nieces did I say? 6? I have 7 nieces.
I don't count nieces, so.
Well, I do. And I love them. And they're all, Charlie is the oldest grandchild on both sides. So all my nieces and nephews are younger or mixed in ages with my kids. It's still great for them to grow up with all their cousins. Did you grow up with cousins?
Oh, yeah.
Were they
Yeah.
were they your like reliable buds?
Yeah. Yeah. In some cases, they still are, although one of my closest cousins, the cousin closest to me in age, doesn't live close anymore.
Sure. But you grew up with them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They're like your... I mean, I didn't grow up near any of my cousins who are my age. My dad was an only child, so I have no cousins on half my family. And the other side of my family have 3, 5, 7 cousins, I guess. And we were similar in age, but they never lived around here, so I never really got to do that.
You know what drives me crazy is that whenever I see my cousins, we have such a good time, and I forget that we're all similar by blood, you know, like
Yeah.
we're all going to be the same in a way, and we all have a really good time. And I'm like, why don't we get together more?
Yeah.
But that's the way it is with anybody.
Yeah. I mean, when I think about my cousins, I think about them being my cousins. My kids are growing up with their cousins all over the place, and they're like their buds, too. What about you, Brad?
I have lots of cousins. I grew up with lots of cousins. I wouldn't say that we were best buds because on my dad's side, my dad is the youngest, and all of my cousins were significantly older than me, so they like would carry me around in a bucket. But yeah, we have good.
Oh,
yeah, we grew
That's
up
an
on a farm,
interesting
man.
logical-
Just throw me in a bucket and carry
Yeah.
me around, you know. But I still get along with them when I see them at family events and stuff like that. We all try to get together and do our cousin's Christmas, because when we were growing up, what we would do at Christmas, what we would do at Thanksgiving, we'd always go to my grandparents' house. And so we wanted that tradition to continue, even though we're moving into this phase of life where we have kids and grandkids of our own. And so we still get together for a cousin's Christmas. It's always great to see and see what they're up to. On my mom's side of the family, my cousins were about my age. One was specifically and exactly a year older than me. And whenever we would go over to my mom's grandma's house, they lived a block down the street. We would all hang out. We were best buds for sure.
Next question. You got
This one is from the text line 314-241-9797 if you want to text. Listening to music, do you prefer analog or digital? I like this question. I don't know if it matters to anybody else.
I'm not an audiophile in that way, but I do really love listening to our record player.
Me too.
I like the sound of it. I like the crackle. I enjoy that. I just like, if I'm listening to my music, I just like listening to it loud.
Me too. Here's how I'll answer this question. It matters to me the way it was recorded more than the way I listen to it. Because I can listen to an older song that was recorded on tape, or not vinyl, but tape, and you can tell that there's a little bit more of a depth to it because it's actually making real impressions on it instead of just ones and zeros, and I think that matters.
Yeah, I like you guys were saying record player cracking. If you can amplify that with a tube amp, oh man, there's just something else about it, a warm sound to it that just sounds good. So yeah, analog.
This question is from Bobo. Do you have any strange or weird items you've kept for sentimental reasons?
Strange or weird items. I have T-shirts that I've kept and I can't let go of. I've talked about my teddy bear that I have that was one of those Kmart ones that would hang over the cashiers at the end of the year. They'd put them there, and every year it'd be a big white teddy bear, about the size of a standard size pillow. And it would have a hat on it that would have the new year on it. And that one was 1989. But the hat's in 1989, but this is funny. The tag on it says like 1986. So I guess they just made a bunch of them. And just like changed the hat on that. Trying to think of anything else I have that's weird.
Yeah, I was thinking through my room. What do I have in there that I don't want to get rid of for no reason? The only thing I can come up with is
excessively manly, masculine poster.
Just potions and colognes.
Is that why you smell like that?
Potions. No, I have on my wall, across a whole wall, and my wife has let me keep it up, which is amazing. A timeline from my first book that I had to write through, and that was 5 years ago. And it's still there. And every time I look at it, I still am like, oh, that's cool. And it's still there.
I have a question. This is a deep one. So you can answer it sincerely. I would like you to, but I understand how this is probably going to go. Who likes you more, you or your significant other?
I think me. I think I like me more.
Than your significant other likes you?
Oh, yeah. And I'm speaking to the self-centered nature of mankind. I don't think that's a surprise. Why? What's your answer to that question?
Oh, Jared.
Likes you better than you like you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, he knows my flaws, and he picked me. I don't kind of stuck with me. I mean, I don't know. I don't dislike myself, but I'm not impressed. I don't know. I feel like it's an interesting thought exercise because I think that there are things that I know that I've worked towards, accomplished, earned, but knowing everything, like what you know everything about you, and your spouse is the other person who knows the most about you. You know, for a long time it's your parents. But even after I've been married for 18 years now. Jared knows me better than my parents know me now. But they would certainly be in second place in that regard. And sometimes I just think it's kind of amazing to like know how much of a broken person that I can be, that someone's like still chooses that. What about you, Brad?
Yeah, I'm 1,000% with you on that. Terry likes me way more than
Jared likes you a lot more than you like you.
Yeah. Such a guy. I like me. I don't understand how she can like me so much because I know who I am and I know where I am in in my worst moments and in who I am in my best moments. And despite all of that, she still will, like we joked about this the other day, she makes me lunch every day. It's just wild how much she's happy to see me every day when I get home. She's never annoyed by my presence, and I don't know how that could be because I can be annoying sometimes. So yeah, she definitely loves me more than I love me.
Who likes your wife more? Does she like herself more, or do you like her more?
Man, I don't know how I was sitting here wondering how she would answer that question. I would hope she would say,
You don't have, if you're uncomfortable answering, you don't have to answer.
No, I don't know the answer. I almost want to go ask her.
You should ask her.
And see what she says. Hopefully she would say me. But then are you denigrating yourself and saying, I don't think highly of myself enough? I don't know the answer. I just don't know.
I think Jared thinks much more highly of me than I think of me. Easily. Easily. But you think that you think more highly of yourself than she thinks of you.
Well, that was my initial impression of the question, is more like how much do you think about somebody?
No, like, do you like yourself? The question is, do you like yourself more, or does your wife like you more?
I don't know. I'm going to ask her that
question. Have that conversation.
Yeah.
I hope I don't start any fights in your households tonight.
Maybe I won't ask her that question, and I'll tell you that I did.
Yeah, we'll just make something up.
Just what you do is you just tell the anecdote of this being discussed on the air, and then just wait and see what she says. If she's super quiet, then I just wouldn't push it.
Well, we got a date tonight, so.
Where are you going?
We got a trivia night we're going to.
That's fine.
All right. Date night. One more question? You got another
one? Yes, and it'll be the last one. And it's not that long. Cranberry sauce out of the can.
Ew.
Berries in or berries out.
Pass.
Yeah, I don't like cranberry sauce either.
I don't really either.
No berries. Berries out. Let's not add more cranberries to it. Or whatever.
All right. The YouTube live chat poll, the question we're asking you today, what's your reaction to the latest Democrat effort to tie President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein? Trump is innocent, Trump is guilty, or still unsure? Go vote. We'll be right back.
We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cause to the stars.
Home Shield Foundation Repairs.com 314-227-9636 314-227-9636. Reach out to Matt Hayes and invite Home Shield Foundation Repair to come over and assess the situation that you're dealing with your water-ridden basement. It's not good. It's not good for your foundation. It's not good for your usable space in your basement, of course, but you do need to get it taken care of. Home Shield Foundation has a signature Home Shield waterproofing system, which is designed to address all your basement water concerns with precision and efficiency. They have a comprehensive system, which includes advanced drain tile installations that effectively manage and direct water away from your home's foundation, which will help prevent leaks, seepage, and flooding. Got to take care of the seepage, folks. Don't want that. 314-227-9636. That's 314-227-9636. Call Matt Hayes. Tell him Annie sent you. And get him out to your house so he can check it out for you right away. HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com.
Visit 971talk.com/events and enjoy Trans-Siberian Orchestra, a Christmas tradition at Enterprise Center December 23rd. A portion of the proceeds benefits Siteman Kids at St. Louis Children's Hospital. Visit 971talk.com.
This is attorney Todd Nissenholt of Kaufman Townsley. We've won the trust of thousands of clients who are victims of careless drivers. We have the team, the talent, and the tenacity to get you the money you deserve. Call 314-500-5000. That's 314-500-5000.
Hi, I'm Bob Kershaw with Retirement Advisory Group. Are you worried about market volatility? Are you concerned your money won't last you through retirement?
Hi, I'm Tammy Kershaw, and as a family-owned business, we are committed to protecting your retirement, whether you're nearing retirement or already retired. We have a lot of folks that aren't aware of all the new investment choices that are available, which give you growth and protection from losses at the same time. Are you aware of all the fees that you are currently paying? We can show you how to avoid those fees. So come in now for your free retirement review and get a second opinion on your retirement plan. And just for coming in, you'll get a copy of our latest edition book, Your Key to a Worry-Free Retirement. Let us show you how to retire with confidence.
We are proud to say we haven't lost a penny of our clients' money in 39 49 years, and we won't lose a penny of yours either. Let our family help your family. Call us now at 314-993-9494 or go online to retirementkey.com. That's retirementkey.com.
Tony La Russa here. Has your loss of energy and weight gain thrown you a curveball in your relationship? If so, go see my friends over at Victory Men's Health. Discreet first-class professionals will help you hit those curves out of the park. VictoryMen'sHealth.com. That's VictoryMen'sHealth.com.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
This is the Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. We're going to wrap it up here and hand it over to the Mark Reardon Show shortly. I'm sure a roundtable setup. Is that what
you got
happen here in a little bit? So you're going to want to keep it right here on 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative. The YouTube poll for today is, what is your reaction to the latest Democrat effort to tie President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein? Trump is innocent, Trump is guilty, or still unsure? Ryan.
Trump is innocent based on everything that I've seen, and I've looked at this issue quite a bit, read up on it quite a bit. I've read some of the deeper allegations of things that are not necessarily in the quote-unquote Epstein files, but are claims against Trump regarding the possibility of him being unfaithful to his wife, which is, I think that's almost like a well-known fact at this point. And that's not good, but it doesn't make him a criminal. So I'm going to say Trump is innocent on this poll.
Is Donald Trump held to a different moral standard than his predecessors?
Yeah, he is. He's a different guy.
Is it just because of how he carries himself?
Yeah, partially. And the fact that he was already this public figure. He was sort of larger than life even before running for president. So a lot of the stuff that he'd already done was out there, even if you weren't paying real close attention to it. If you were like a New York socialite, it was already out there. So, yeah, it's not good. I mean, I don't think that my morality hasn't changed in terms of saying that these things are right and these things are wrong, and he's done some wrong things morally. But I don't think that we've ever said that. We've never been inconsistent on that.
No, I don't feel like I have.
But we're talking about an issue here that has to do with criminality and lines that are much more deep to be crossed than Stormy Daniels stuff.
Would people be upset about this if there were no underage girls?
I don't know. I don't think so. I just don't think it would be talked about a lot.
I wouldn't be. I don't want to say this in a flippant way, but it would be morally wrong if they were of age girls. If there was an island where you were engaging in this behavior and they were all 18 or older.
Yeah, it's still wrong to cheat on your wife.
Or just to have...
outside of marriage.
Yeah. Have sexual relationships just for the sake of doing it. I mean, like, the morality there is the morality. It's particularly disgusting considering the details of the ages of the girls is absolutely reprehensible, but I just don't... The moral measuring tape, I always refer to it as the Mary Poppins measuring tape, where she's measuring the kids and Mary Poppins is practically perfect in every way. Like, when we get out the measuring tape, the Democrats do not use the same measuring tape that I would use to judge somebody in a moral circumstance. And I would say, before I judged anyone else, I would identify myself as a broken sinner in need of a savior. But that doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to look at other things and go, that is morally vacant, and that needs to stop. And it's very frustrating for me to observe what the left is doing with the Epstein thing, and it seems like the only thing that matters is Trump's involvement. Like, there is so much deplorable, disgusting behavior that is involved in this that if it doesn't have to do with Donald Trump, they're not going to talk about it. That's outrageous, really, when you think about it. What is your reaction to the latest Democrat effort to tie President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein? 272 votes. It's a lot for a Friday for us, so thank you for being here. 14% said Trump is guilty. 19% say still unsure. 68% of our 272 votes here say Trump is innocent. Thank you for everybody for voting and for sending us your thoughts in the text line. You can save it in your phone at 314-241-9797. We love talking and connecting with you as we move through the show. You're going to want to keep it right here on 97.1 FM Talk St. Louis Conservative, because the Mark Reardon Show is coming up next.
Control tonight. What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting more thought into maintaining our health.
We knew the water we drink every day could be filled with contaminants, so
We called Leaf Home Water Solutions.
they came to our home and did a free water test and gave us the analysis right away.
We were shocked at what we saw.
They found heavy metals like iron and copper.
Our own tap water was putting our health at risk, but Leaf Home Water Solutions made it easy to get safer water from every tap and hose. A whole home solution.
They have more than 250 product combinations and designed a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leaf Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
Lutheran schools in the bi-state area, they're waiting for your phone call. They're waiting for you to just check them out. LisaSTL.org, LESASTL.org is the website where you can learn about the Lutheran education opportunities here in the St. Louis area, both in Missouri and in Illinois. There are a lot of unique aspects to getting an education in a Lutheran school. They do have elementary schools. They have a lot of early childhood opportunities as well, if you haven't looked into that quite yet. But if you're thinking about switching it up, if you're thinking about an alternative to public education, if you're thinking about being in a situation where you understand that the Christian, Christ-centered education, that foundation is something that you want to be able to rely on when you turn your child, your grandchild over to the education system, why not check out a Lutheran school, high schools as well. You can learn about tuition assistance, their special needs supports, all of it when you visit their website. Check out the Lutheran Elementary School Association. You could even make a donation so that a kid can get an opportunity for a scholarship as well. LisaSTL.org.
Are you nearing retirement and wondering if you're truly prepared? Sue Thomas here. And when it comes to retirement planning, keep in mind Financial and Tax Architects, FTA, has helped families all across St. Louis plan to retire with clarity and confidence. FTA specializes in creating tax-efficient retirement strategies, showing you how and when to claim Social Security, and building an income plan designed to last as long as you do. Now, they have a Retirement Planning 101 class. It is eye-opening. It's 2.5 hours. It's offered on campuses of colleges throughout the area. No cost or obligation, but you're going to learn how to avoid costly mistakes, reduce unnecessary taxes, and make your